Good evening. Yeah, I've gone out live a little early. Right, no calling the ladies in here, please. Teddy, remove your comment. Come on. So that's good evening, Teddy. Esther, good evening, love. Jim, you old ass. Oh, I've got to be careful what I say to you, actually, Jim, don't I? 'Cause apparently I'm horrible to you. Well, let's continue, I say. Good evening, Lynn. Hope you're well, love. Millsy, hope there's going to be no F the English tonight. Good evening, Irish. Jim, you're a complainer. We all know it. Stop complaining, Jim. Good evening, Sean Wayne. Oh, do you know, I don't give a shit what anybody says about Myrna here. Let's be honest. In the real world, they wouldn't say it to my face, so I don't give a shit. Unless they're going to come to Cumbria, stand in front of us and say these things to us, then I'm really going to respond to them. Good evening, Stephen. Or lazy bastard. Didn't say the real word before you all complain. Yes, Jim, apparently I'm horrible to you. Well, let it continue. Around the Scottish Independence Party was shouting, oh, bring it, Teddy. I've got you to step a ladder, so you'll be able to do it. So, should we just, am I in ignorance and you birds are after me? That's okay, Jim. Well, right, so let's talk about the little victim. Good evening, Tony. Hope you're well. Shall we? Let's talk about the little victim, because that's his name, victim. Again, talking about me and talking about my dead son. The idiot doesn't even realise he's trolling a dead person. That's what he's doing. Good evening, Dave. Oh, thank you. That's what he's doing. He's trolling a dead person. Bring it, Stephen. I'm on everybody's shit list at the moment. I don't give a shit. But that's what he's doing, trolling a dead person. Now, listen, victim. Don't be crying when he comes on top. Right? Don't be doing that. Don't be crying. And crying your mental health. Fuck you and your mental health. You don't give a shit about everybody else's, so nobody cares. Exactly, Jim. Professional victim. That's what he is. Woe is me. Reminds it, but his back phone from network. Right, this is the thing. I wasn't going to talk about what's going on that side or that side or right. The thing is, right, if you've got money or not, the only way this is going to get sorted is by them all going to the police. Because then they'll have the crime reference number. And then they can show it that it was actually gone to the police. Till they've gone, and we don't know what's going on. Because you don't know who's lying and who's telling the truth. Either way, it's a shitty situation. I'm too warm again. Jesus Christ. The nose is the biggest victim. He is, Stephen. Say this is it. Trolling it. So, that's all he does, talks about dead people. Because if my son was alive, he was 6'4", built like a shithouse door, and I knocked the fuck out of him. For even speaking till his mum in the wrong way. But he's not. But doesn't mean to say I haven't got family that wouldn't do that. Or friends. I don't give a shit. I get a bit sick of me anyhow. Good. Because the feeling's quite mutual. Crybaby. Julius, I promise to be very good for 5 minutes if you give it. Oh, Teddy. Okay. Go on, Teddy, bring it then. What's your best shot of blinds? Oh, Jim, I don't want to say that shit. When men overly talk about sex, it's because they're not getting it. Are you, Teddy? 19 in. Well, 19 watching. About maybe 10 typing. Is that? I mean, why do men talk about stuff like that? Oh, yeah, they're shit. So yes, so we're going to touch on the little victim claim tonight. Trying to set Jim up. Oh, fucking hell. I mean, come on, if you're going to set somebody up, you don't talk about it. You don't, do you? I get it, but I got a lot of love ties. Oh, I'll adapt that today. Mine is, do you believe in love at first sight, or should I walk past again? Oh, really, you're a tryer, aren't you? Say, Teddy, look at the shit that Irish is coming out with. You need to be game up there, Teddy. I'm sitting here with half haircut because hair clippers need charge. You hope my takeaways late. Oh, I hope it comes early, Stephen. That's kind of a bitch I am tonight. The mood I'm in. Come on, Teddy, say this. This is the kind of stuff that you need in your life. A bit of this kind of talk. So, Teddy, you need to up your game. I'll be running away with Irish soon. And then what are you going to do? Eh? Yeah, so we're going to talk about a little bit about the victim claiming shit house. Good evening, Jost. I hope you're well, love. I haven't seen you. I thought you'd left. Oh, Cindy. No, Cindy, we're not going to be talking about. So they're all going to want to know why we're talking about that now, Cindy. Yeah, they're going to want to know what we're talking about. They're going to think themselves, what's them two up to? Good evening, Peg. I hope you're well, love. Yeah. Wasn't going to tell them. Yes, it's our secret, Cindy. We tell nobody. Teddy's going to be right on that. I can tell you now. And we've been getting called lesbians again tonight. If you found out. Now, it's nice to see you, Joss. Where have you been? Hmm? You've got devil dawns on your picture there. Oh, come on, I can't see you. Right, wait. Let's have a look. Look at devil dawns on you there, Joss. It's gone quiet today, Cindy. So it can't be in a good mood yourself. Well, it'd be a bit in depression now because we won't tell him what was just we're on about. Cindy, any cheek from you and I'll slap you. Oh, here we go with this shit again. I've a dirty protest outside Alice company that Oh, good evening, Wing. Ding. What about you, Jim? What about you? Do you want some sympathy? Do you want some pity? Do you want us to be nice to you, Jim? Because I'm a horrible bitch to you, Jim. Let's be honest. Oh, she'll say my tomato plants. Good evening, Mr. J. Hope you're well. Oh, come on, I'm fantastic. But you're not about your tomato plants, are you? It took me about 2 weeks to realise that Animal was not about his tomatoes either. God's sake. Sorry, I've got a cough, but I've been out in the garden cutting the grass again. So I've got a bit of a cough. So come on, Jane, what do you want sympathy for now? Ah, well, you know you're solving it, Ian. You threatened to dox our Cindy. Anyone looking for sympathy, it's between shit and sympathy. Oh, just, I do try. Listen, I'm not always audible to him. I'm not always audible to him. Just, no, now and again, I test his patience. Or he test mine. Thank you, Irish. Because I'm moving it over your name to. Oh, you certainly are, my jinxie. So, does anyone want to know what this discussion was that me and Cindy had today? Good evening, Phil. Where's my puppy? Hmm? I've sent 3 people to try and find this dog. Good evening, our Gav. Leave my pal Wingerding alone. He's getting over the trauma. And you'll be getting over him in a minute, Jim, if you don't stop sticking up for him. I'm too warm. For Christ's sake. Today's my shut the blinds will make you wake at the knees. Come on then, Teddy, what other? Can't be as good as Irish is there. As Raiders. Good evening, Graham. I'm great, thank you. Nice to see you there. No, Phil. I think you'll find that he's cropping in your bed. I've sent him a secret message. Puppy's on patrol tonight. He's cropping in your bed. Well, just on your pillow, actually, and then maybe in your trainers. And so, 30 unlucky souls watching. You poo-poo a Phil. Oh, wait, I'm checking. I put a cardigan. I got out the shower and I put a cardigan on. Oh, because I was cold and now I'm too freaking hot. And no, Teddy, I am not naked before you ask. I was gonna, and then I thought, no, because you're too naughty. That'll be getting talked about tonight. She's threatening to do naked lives. Ignores us pumped. Every national to accept the. Oh, Jim. Right, Peggy. The next morning, no word of a lie, I got a message off him on WhatsApp telling us about the night before's fiasco. And I said, Jim, we were talking about it on your live. He knew nothing about it, Peggy. Couldn't remember. I bet he doesn't even remember what he said last night. I said, yeah, me and Peggy were on your panel. I'm a male whore. I mean, again, nice to meet you. Well, ring a ding, you have to get around to be one of them. I certainly am, Stephen. When it comes to Teddy, it's metal. Right? There's locks and chains. I know that might turn him on a bit. Peggy, I swear to God, breaking news. I said, Jim, we all know about it. We were talking about it on your panel last night, and Peggy was on there with you. Oh, good evening, big nuts. Good to see you too. I just switch you off when women are talking. Oh, shut up, Jim. You just switch off totally, don't you? Good evening, Mr. Spliffy. Hope you're good. Just gonna have a little chat about big nose, tall and dead people. Good evening, Queen. Hope you're okay. Because that's all he can do. Can't come out of his house when people are outside the door, can you? Hey, you little victim. You talk about me, I'll talk about you. You go after my kid, I'm going after you. Yeah, so I've had enough of him. I'm telling you, he's going to be one of those, right? Can you imagine? Because he keeps saying the police are going to comfort him, right? And you know when, like, your solicitor will say, like, no comment. He would sit there, start crying, say, yes, they made me do it. Oh, please help me, officer. I'm getting trolled. He'll snitch like a bitch. It's called no comment, victim. Exactly, Peggy. I did. Same mine every day of the life. Well, except when he was in prison. But he was talking about his sex life, the gangster. Jim, you made that comment. I don't want that shit in any place. Don't make me any move because if I move with Jim, then I end up timed out or blocked. I know it sounds stupid, but that's it. Just the StreamYard thing. I'm just getting a bit sick of him, the little victim. And I mean, tonight, what was his? Oh, thank you, Cindy. Jimmy Troll, don't bring that shit at you. I know apparently I've been talked about by them, but I don't give a shit. They don't interest me. Say what the fuck they want about me. Gene confusion, fantasy, shagger. God, what are you on about there? There are 29 people are watching. Seriously, I haven't got a lot to say tonight. Just wanted to pop on, give you somewhere to go. It's Jim talking about. I used to love that game, Steven Zelda. When Little Bear had it, as soon as we go to bed, that would be take his Game Boy and I'd be on it. Chill your beans. Why are people talking about dead babies? I don't get them. It's disgusting. You shouldn't be mentioning dead babies. You shouldn't be mentioning anybody dead, but they do anyhow. Exactly, Graham. But we all know someone's going to cry and blame the trolls. It's all them lot. I've never once said a thing about his family or anything. Like when he came after me, I'd never mentioned him or them. What's sick, Peggy? Good evening, Greg. But he keeps going on about my dead son. So I'll go on about him, the little puff. But it better, I promise you this, right? I bet he cries when he comes on top. I bet he does. Oh, she is.
Well, hello.
I'll turn your sound up because I've only got your on low on my phone. God, Jesus, phone, come on.
Is that because you get fed up fucking listening to me? Ah,
No, I turned it up before because every time I go live when somebody's on with us, I keep forgetting to turn this, the second bar up on the phone. I'm thinking, why can't I hear them? And then it clicks with us. So then
well,
it's like when Jim does it, I'll say it, Lynn, check your phone. Check your phone sound.
oh, you fucker. He's on me fucking permanently, Jim, on my phone.
The thing is, right, it doesn't even. I praise the Lord Jesus every morning when I wake up and know, oh, Jim, behave. Cindy. Hey,
Ye
Jim, you
God.
called me out. She said you make it easy, please.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh no, you see, I could start. I could start like I'll go on Cindy's live and I'll start singing and she'll lose all our like 15K subs and it'll be like fuck this. I'm not listening to that banshee. people, people in Ireland listening to me like looking out the window, go, what the fuck?
Good evening, Clint. Hope you're well.
Hello, everybody in the chat. I hope you're all well.
Freaking red hot. Why am I so warm? It's cold here.
Oh, do you know what it is? See, honest to God, this weather, it's never stopped raining since
Snap.
September.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, do you know what it is? I thought this other day, I would love to just put me toes on some hot sand and, do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Have a bit of sunshine and all that. Fucking hell.
nothing happening to
Fucking
me this year either. Listen,
Joe says I'll take you, put you on the building site and put the fucking the heater thing on. I'm like, "Fuck's sake." I was like, oh, fuck off.
oh, Clint. Jim, Clint's blocked on your channel. So I'll get it
Welcome,
sorted, please.
welcome to my world, Clint. I go into people's channels and I just know that finger's hovering over the block button.
What? Hang on. I thought that Chris. There isn't a Chris in the chat, Jim. It's Clint. Jesus, Jim, you need new glasses.
How many Jack Daniels have been on, Jim?
Oh, well, how many joints? He's okay when he's drinking. As soon as he gets them joints in, and that's it. Last night, honest to God, he was on a roll. I came off and I watched television and then I fell asleep listening to music.
I fell asleep last night. I was on for a little bit And like in the minute, I'm trying to just like have my phone off at like 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then just like catch up the next morning. Well, fucking hell, had to be the night when everything fucking kicked off. I put my phone off, didn't I? You fucker. Took me fucking
Cindy was
12
the
hours.
same. Cindy was exactly the same, right? She left and she said, I said, Lord, picked up. And I messaged her, and it wasn't until the next morning. And Jim messaged the next morning, says, oh, wait, I'll tell you what's happened. So he gives us his message, and I said, Jim, bit late. We were on your panel talking about it last night, and Peggy was on with us. Yeah, Jim thinking he had some juicy gossip. No, Jim, you had none. 9 hour lives talking about the same stuff over and over again, Jimbo. But he goes on repeat, big nuts. And things, we just let him. Because we just kind of ignore what he's saying and just carry on in that chat.
We just, I mean, do you know what it is? Right? See, anybody that's in Jim's life, right? Right. See, people when I fucking like time them out and we'll have a laugh and a joke and we'll say stuff and all that, it's banter, right?
Yeah.
We're not slagging people's families or partners or anything like that, right? It's fucking banter. And if you can't take the banter, tough. Do you know what I mean? It's just fucking banter. You know? And I just think we said, oh, people are too easily fucking buttered on this YouTube. I mean, I'll admit it, I spit me tummy out all the fucking time and kick off. Do you know what I mean? But
let's be honest. I had a pretty good meltdown the other week on Jim.
It's Jim's fault, man.
Yes, it's all blame Jim. I do it every day. But I did. But as I said, I didn't apologise for what I said. It was the way I said it. I didn't mean to say it in the nasty way I did to Jim. But I was so angry at him.
Yeah, we've all done it. We've all said things in anger, and you know, when you're like angry or annoyed, it sometimes comes out the wrong way. Do you know what I mean? But at least some people fucking own it. You know what I mean?
Well, I own it. I mind. I meant when I told somebody to go and fuck themselves, I actually meant that. But I didn't say that to Jim. I said that to the other person, and I meant it, and I still do. I put a picture of myself on my community page, and people just taking the piss. Oh, Phil, you think you're a handsome sod. I've had role mod someone with a paddock called Jim.
Be careful, Jim.
Jim, you do know you're not a super spanner on here, right? Oh, wait. He's just found out he hasn't got a super spanner. Wait and see the little tantrum he's got to have now.
I was going to say Tiny TS 2.0 coming up.
Honestly, you get it. Jim, do a laugh about this. Go on.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah. Well, that's it. There's too much. I just think, this.
Exactly, Peggy Playbook.
You just, you read Peggy, you just blame them. Every fucker else does. Off the hook now.
Jim, have you got 10 seconds there, Jim? What did you say, Jim?
Fucking choking.
Right, I've been out cutting the back garden today, and honestly, I'm wheezing like an old man. But it's like the fucking rainforest out there. I swear to God, it's sunny through the day, and then every night we get rain. Every night. Exactly, Peggy. I don't care. They can all blame me.
Fucking hell, I've just nearly been killed by fucking a packet of dolly mixtures. Fucking hell. Made you 130 and we got up, do you know what I mean?
What now? You know, what did they call them? Oh, them chews. And they've got like sherbet in them.
Flying saucers.
No. Refreshers. Refreshers, right. A little bit of a tub of them. And I thought, I love them. So I'm sitting, like, munching on one, and I started choking, right? And I'm trying to scoop it out. You know, when it's like, you can't get your breath. Oh my God, I thought I was going to die. Julie's my favourite club footy transsexual company farmer. Feeling. My favourite play up munchkin, and how are you? Favourite paper seemed to give me a rash. No, she gave you the slash. No, that didn't come out right, please.
Cindy bean
Oh,
slicing
funny thing, dude. Came out wrong then.
Oh God, fucking hell! It's crazy. Honest to God, I've been sitting here. Right, we've got a little sweet shop where I live, right?
Yeah.
And it's like old-fashioned sweets. Do you know what I mean? Like in the big jars.
Oh,
And I go in right every week, and I get all the kit. I must spend about 25 quid on kit, right?
yeah.
We got sweets kit, right? So I goes in. I was like, oh, they've got the candy cigarette and dolly mix jars and the peanut things and loads of
Oh.
like different old-fashioned sweets, right? Fucking hell. I sat last night, I ate a whole bag of them fucking candy cigarettes. Dolly mixtures have just nearly fucking killed me. Fucking raspberry ruffle fucking papers all over the fucking kitchen.
There was one of them in oh god, Lags, right? And we were going for a walk around, me and my mate, because we were there. I think it was 4 days, 5 days. We were there for something like that, and we were stopping at Weymouth Bay, the caravan park. So what we done was we had went for a walk around, went to this shoe shop because we're women. But I hate shopping. I really do hate clothes shopping. But I wanted some pumps to walk around in. So anyhow, we went into this, and I said, "Oh, there's an old sweet shop there. Let's go in it." Oh my god! Right, they had chocolate limes.
Oh,
Right.
look.
Oh my god, they were the nicest chocolate limes I've ever had. So they were in a paper bag. By the time we got back to the caravan, they'd all stuck together in pockets because it was that off. Jim, big batty gal, get the hump quick. Yes, behave yourself. Come on.
Can I just say, Irish reader, and Julie's right. I've got a thing for your dating agency, but I think you might have to work together. I think we should introduce Tramadan to Bev. But you and me are going to have to like get involved, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Right, so, I'll let you in the chat one what we're on about, right?
Mm.
So what it was, Adi said it was doing a live, right? And he had basically targeted this guy who very creepy guy, right? And his friend, or is it his girlfriend or his friend, Irish?
I don't know. I think she fancies him, and if
Oh, oh
and if
well,
he
I've
says
seen a
no,
picture of him. Oh, what a beauty he is.
she sets the
So
flies on him.
he's everything you would think he is and more. Dawn, Irish, pack it in with the references to food, please, because we won't eat again.
We could fucking
Right?
hell cost me a
This
fortune after ye Irish come to clear my fucking fridge out.
this this female, right? She has rats under the bed. She poos the bed, right? And she does poops everywhere, right? And takes pictures of them in her hand.
Don't forget the flies and
Oh
the cat
yeah, and all the
too.
flies. Cat's piss everywhere, and the house is totally disgusting. And her name's Bev. You've all got to join and listen to it because honestly, it's funny as
For
fuck.
honest to God, Irish, I swear to God, I was crying. I was crying in the chat. Honest to God, there was me, you, CC, a couple of others. Honest to God, the tears were just fucking flowing down my face. The chat
Oh,
was brilliant,
I was,
absolutely brilliant.
I was
So,
honestly, I was on the verge of being sick
mm-hmm.
when is it CJ Irish that was telling
I
us all
see
about
it.
it?
I
Oh, the stuff she was coming out with the cottage. Oh, no, no. A poor Cindy had nothing left in the fridge because she kept emptying.
what's in the Andy shop and left.
Where it been is in a TV room. No.
Oh God, fucking hell! The
Well,
two,
then again, that's a clean. I would say that bin's the cleanest thing in the entire house.
I was gonna say that. I was just gonna say that. So
It's the only
anybody,
clean thing in it because now it's in it.
get over and something that Irish reader. Honest to God, I've never laughed so much in ages. And like when you were wanting to be sick, you could just imagine yourself being sick but laughing when you were being sick.
Oh, honestly, the stuff that. Oh no, but she had mean. Is CJ female Irish? Because she had mean fits, right? Honestly, She had me
Oh.
envy. Of course he's watching.
Hello, JMU. Good to see you, man. Not seen you about for a little while. I hope
I
you're
know, I
all right.
thought he'd left.
Nah, he came back. Couldn't stay away. He's nearly catching up to me on the block list. You've only got about another 10 to go. Just man up.
Yeah, you can hear a cardboard box. I'm not living in a cardboard box. Listen, the big planters have arrived today, and it's too big for us to build on me. So the Amazon guy to bring it in for a switch when I said, I'll just put it in the living room. I say, I'm being like, Bev, now I'm going to live in a box.
You'd be feeding yourself with it called it a trough.
Well, I thought, I'll open it and I'll take one out. Jesus Christ, I can't part them. They're stuck together, and there's like 3 of them together. So I'm going to have to, well, Little Bear's up on, I think, Friday. So I'll be able to do it. But I wanted to get stuff planted.
Oh, hey, man. I was fucking mowing the fucking grass, man, in the fucking garden. The fucking lawnmower broke, so I've got like one half of the grass that's lovely. It's lovely and short, and the other half's like a fucking jungle.
I used to say this back garden. I want it concreted. I've decided.
Oh, God.
I've
We got
decided I want the sun in concrete because I'm sick of it.
the.
But with this weather, it's just, honestly, it was up to my knees. So I cut one half because I couldn't, because I'd run out of, because of course I had to trim it down. So I cut one half and then I had no string. So I had to wait till my string come. Then it was the wrong one, so I had to unravel it all. So, oh no, it's just too much for us to do. But hilarious though, I probably never heard of Paul and I was going to get police question for someone's windows out, or do you?
Can I just comment on that?
Yeah.
Paddy left a comment, right? I know Paddy, I was brought up in the same area as Paddy. Paddy left a comment and said it wasn't a shooter, it was like a pitchfork. Right? He left a comment on somebody's video. Now, for me, if anybody knows where Paddy lives, nobody is going to stand on the side of the A69 with a fucking shotgun, whether it's sawn off or not. That was it, Jimmy, with Spear. Whether it's sawn off or not, because the road is so busy. Do you know what I mean? Well, you know yourself, Julie's from what? Just outside Newcastle, going up like Morbith way, and it goes into like a single lane.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Up like that way, like Hexham, Ovington, places like that.
Yeah.
So I know for a fact that Paddy didn't shut his windows out. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, right, this is all I'm going to say on this, right, because it's Julie's channel. At the end of the day, and this is my opinion and my opinion only, the only way to put this to bed is for each of them, right, to put every single message, every single voice note, every single thing out, or go head to head on a live, or go on a live where somebody, like on somebody's channel where they can control it and go head to head on that. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, there's people who are going to take Paul's side, there's people who are going to take Dave's side. Do you know what I mean? So, in my opinion, that's the only way it's going to get sorted. And everybody else needs to just butt out. Do you know? I know. Do I think Paul's a bit vulnerable? Yes, I do. However, you can't say things and put certain things out there. It doesn't matter who you are. You've got to put it all out. You know what I mean?
There was that screenshot that Dave put out where Paul had said about Jim's girls, right? Now, if you're vulnerable, why are you talking? So you can't pick and choose when you're vulnerable, right? You can't say I'm vulnerable and then say what he was going to say about Jim's daughters. That's not vulnerability to me. That's just you being a prick. Right? And I agree with you. There is no way this is ever going to come to any peace. And so I don't give a shit, right? I really don't. Because let's be honest, if he keeps giving money away because he's vulnerable, well then the best thing for him to do is come off YouTube. If he's got a social worker, in which case he more than likely will have if he's vulnerable, right? And with his injuries, he'll have maybe a social worker. He needs to talk to the social worker. They will help him get this money back or whatever, or sort it. But coming on doing it on here, if there is an investigation, right, it's all fucked anyhow because it's all being played out on social media.
Yeah, definitely. And this is what I'm saying, because it has been listen, I'm not like the vulnerable type and all that, right? I'm a gobshite and all that, right? Things like that didn't bother me, getting threatened with this, that. I've had it all before, right?
Yeah.
But
Oh, where did you
like
go?
fear, if you feel like fear, distress, alarm, anything like that, and you know you're getting rumours about this and the other, then you know I'm not one for going to the old bill because obviously for certain reasons. Um, but if you feel that way, go to the police. Don't come on YouTube and start because once you do that, everything's out the window. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? If you feel any, and this goes to anybody, if you feel vulnerable like that, you know, go to the police. They'll sort it out. Fucking that might
yeah.
take them 5 years, like, but they'll fucking sort it. You know what I mean? But I just think, honest to God, this YouTube, right, is crazy,
It's gone
fucking
to shit.
crazy. Do you know what I mean? I mean, what? I've been on here 8, yeah, you've been on here, what, 10?
Yeah,
And I just think, you know, this is the only time I really think I've seen it this bad,
yeah.
you
Well,
know?
I mean, a few years ago, say maybe 3 years ago, it was getting dark, but not to this level. This
Mm,
level's a whole different level to me. It's not
mm,
fun anymore.
mm,
There's
no,
no, I mean, like the other night there when we were in gyms, we're having a good laugh, you know, but that was at our expense. It wasn't at anyone else's.
yeah,
And this is what I don't get.
I know,
Some only seem to have fun when they're slagging others. You
aye,
know, it's
yeah,
like I said in my chat, I don't want people calling others. Right? I don't want it. If they want to
aye,
have a
it's
go at
like,
me, take the piss
aye,
out of me, that's fine. Do it. I find it funny as fuck.
but for me, Julie's a roast to somebody or a roast to people isn't sitting there, you know, calling them names,
No.
threatening them, saying things. I mean, a roast to me is like, you know, you're so fat, your fucking belt size is equator. You're so fucking stupid. If you spoke your mind, you'd be fucking dumbstruck. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You were so ugly when you were a baby. You had fucking shutters on your pram. Do you know what I mean? All that sort of shit.
Yeah.
That's a roast to me. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Not sitting there like, you know, laying into people and all. Don't get me wrong. If a woman gives it to a man, then you know you've got as a woman you've got to fucking take her
Well,
back.
yeah.
You
This is,
know, but
I mean, like, little victim likes to say, like with me, I started on him. Right? When did I ever start on him? I haven't started on him. Right?
I know.
I've never said a goddamn thing to him. I
Yeah,
never called him any names. I've never talked about his family. Nothing. Right? Because that's not the way I am.
yeah.
If he wants to
Oh,
start,
absolutely.
in which case he has so many fucking times with me, let's be honest. Me and my kids seem to be his favourite subject. He likes to slag the dead off, right?
Aye.
Because the dead aren't going to knock on his door, right? But he forgets. Every
Yeah,
single one of us as family members, every single one of us as friends. And
yeah.
I'm not saying me, by the way, before he starts saying I'm threatening him, but somebody's going to say one day to him, I've had enough of you now.
Aye.
Because you
Well,
can't be that bad to everyone the way he is and not expect that like little tap, tap, tap.
aye. Yeah. If somebody's going to say, right, listen, if somebody's going to say, listen, I've been called all sorts on here, right?
Yeah.
All sorts. I've had people to come to my door. I've had people threatening me. I've had people fucking to phone social services, which I fucking put my hands together and went, please phone them, give me a fucking break. Do you know what I mean? I've had people
Yeah.
fucking threaten this, threaten that, say I'm this, I'm that. Right, I don't give a fuck. I'm quite happy with my little life. I'm big enough, ugly enough, and I'm a fucking gobshite and intelligent enough that I
Yeah.
can handle myself. Some people are not like that. You know what I mean? Oh, for fuck's sake.
But this is it. So some people just don't, I think they just enjoy jumping on and slagging folk up, and that's what they get enjoyment out of. I
Yeah.
think people should realise, well, hang on, I might enjoy it more if I could go on different channels, if I could go on all these channels and just have a good laugh with people without it being so vile and nasty. You could still have a go at each other, but don't
Aye.
go to the depths people go to. I
Yeah.
mean, you
Oh,
all know I have a go at Jim many a time, right? Many a time about some of the shit he comes out with. But I'd say the same to them, right? Look, you can't stoop to that level and not expect a response. I don't call people names on here. Only one, because he won't leave my dead kid alone.
Yeah.
Ginger's giving me the fire. Poor Gav. But I don't call people names. I don't slate folk because, to be honest with you, I'm not really fucking interested. Whatever they've got to say about me, I don't care. It doesn't affect my normal life. It doesn't affect my life on YouTube either. Am I ever going to be best friends with them? No, because I know who I like and who I want to be around all the time.
Yeah.
So I don't
Well,
give a
that's it.
shit. They can call me what they
Listen,
want.
I've seen people on this YouTube, right? Men having breakdowns, women having breakdowns, people, you know, not coming on the internet anymore because of certain things that have been said to them. And in the end of the day, it's all right for us and everyone. Let's say, it's only fucking YouTube, but to some people, it's not. You
No.
know what I mean? Some people take that heart, And I just think to myself, really, I would hate to drive somebody to that place. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? To make them feel like that. Um, I just think a lot of people get like pulled along like a little fucking train. You know what I mean? They get pulled along and pulled into the shit and pulled into the drama and shit like that. And as well now, once you're in it, it's very hard to get out of it. You
Yeah,
know?
Teddy, but sometimes, Teddy, you've got to remember, right? Some people aren't mentally stable enough to take the shit.
Mm,
Because let's be honest, right? I mean, I had like a mini meltdown, but it was weeks of the same shit, right? And yeah, I was fine afterwards. I got it off my chest. Upset us a little bit because I don't like being like that, right? I don't like being nasty. I don't like,
yeah. Oh
don't
no.
get it wrong. Listen, if somebody said half the shit that said to folk in here to my face, I'd have took that face right off. I wouldn't give a shit. But when you get older, you've got grandchildren, you've got to like behave yourself,
Well, that's
you
it.
know.
It's like I didn't get it right. I get it. People sitting like right. Everyone's entitled to an opinion, right? Especially once you
Yeah,
put something out there in public, right? On
yeah,
any kind of social media platform, everybody's entitled to an opinion. Now, when you put something out there, you've got to know you're gonna get positive,
yeah,
negative, and just complete fucking bollocks. Do you know what I mean? That's what you have to be prepared for on here,
yeah.
you know. But to sit there and actually say, oh, I'm gonna get this done, or to sit and plot and plan against people and listen, I got dragged into that myself once, and I made the fucking apology. The apology was accepted, and we fucking move on. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I'm not fucking, holy on them fucking now. Quite on the fucking contrary, you know. I just think people need to think about things before they start, and it's pack mentality. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? One goes, the other one goes, the other one goes, and you just think, wow, fucking, it's all right dealing one on one. You can either say, well, fuck it, knock yourself off or whatever. But when you've got like loads of people, going at you, and I just think to
that's it.
myself, fuck me, man, it's YouTube, man. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking, you're not standing in a fucking courtroom with. But it is like that with some things, like this thing we've
Yeah.
just been talking about. It's like a YouTube fucking courtroom. Do
Oh
you know what I
yeah.
mean? He
This is
said,
why I
he
say
said,
I
he
don't give a
said.
shit. It's none of
Yeah,
my business. Listen, that's between. It's all. There's always that saying, isn't there? There's three parts of the story. There's your truth, there's my truth, then there's the real truth, right? So those three sides to it. It's not
yeah,
just, well, I said this, no, no, no. And we're never going to find out the real truth because until if they go to the police,
yeah. Oh,
and
definitely,
I mean, if
definitely.
I was a woman, I might, well, fair enough, I live on my own. Well, I don't because basically my grandson's moved in. But if I lived up completely alone and I got that, I'd have just found the place. I'm telling you now, I would have done it.
Yeah, I.
But I
Oh,
said,
definitely.
it's about time people just said, right, listen, we're not going to do this no more. This is shit, right?
Yeah,
Like Peggy said before, all of them do a live together and just get it worked out, right? That's it. I've
yeah,
done with.
yeah.
Because
I
what
know.
happened was there was like the cesspit, then there was Expo, right?
Hmm.
And they were never live at the same time. And the cracks were good. Then it went toxic. Then it came back to normal. Then it went to, but that's the way it's always been. but it never stood to this level till it's got till now.
Do you think? Do you think it's because of this? These things that were made of, and I'm not getting at anybody in particular here, like the buy me a coffees, the charity thing,
Yeah,
and
maybe it
do
is.
you
It's
think
maybe
that's
got
where
something
it
to do with
all?
our money.
You know what I mean? Do you think that's where it maybe all could have came from? Like, oh,
Maybe, yeah.
because we're seeing it with.
Jealousy.
Let's be honest, we're seeing it with cesspit, we're seeing it with Expo, we're seeing it with Fighting Irish, we're seeing it with a good. I mean, I'm just talking about the channels like collectively that we all
Yeah.
go in or went in, and there was a few others as well. And I just think it seems to have all stemmed from like I'm doing this for charity or I'm doing that for charity or oh I bought your coffees or like if you is it super stickers or something when you monetize your channel? People banging in 20s, 30s, 50 quids and so I mean a typical one for that was what do you call him? Oh my god. Or what do you call it? Fighting trolls.
Yeah.
Is that the thing when he used to do it? Like fighting trolls was another one. Do you think, or did the chat think that's where it's all stemmed from? That's what kicked off the bother. Do you
Yeah,
know what I
because let's
mean?
be honest, before all the money came in, like, before people started donating and whatever, I mean, people did have, people that subscribe to the channel, that were paying monthly, to be a member and what have you. That wasn't too bad. But once the coffee links and everything came in, it all started going to shit.
Yeah,
And I think people realise that other people making all this money, well, I maybe want some of that. And then you've got to do extra content to keep up with that. And the content got worse. It didn't get where you could go in, like with Exposure, you used to be able to go in and just have a laugh, right?
yeah,
And generally wasn't at a lot of people's expense. There maybe a little bit with Uncle K, maybe a bit of a roast, but it didn't go like dark roast. Not that I
mm,
ever seen one anyhow, but I wasn't on every single night then.
yeah,
Um,
aye,
but it didn't get to the depths that it's got to now. Kids were
yeah,
never mentioned. The dead were never mentioned. I never heard anybody saying about digging dead people up and breaking fingers or any of that shit,
yeah,
right? I have never heard that. And it's like now, if you disagree with people, you're automatically the N word.
aye, yeah,
In the real world, you would not walk up to someone and call them that because you would not be breathed at the end of that conversation. Well, not to anybody
yeah,
I know of. You go out and you have an argument with someone, then you call them that. It's done.
yeah,
That would be like you getting the shit kicked out of you.
yeah. I was just gonna say that, Peggy. I was just gonna say, and then it like with the Frank and Heggy stuff and different channels and that got involved and I think that's where not that he didn't deserve it because he did fucking deserve it. He deserves everything that's fucking coming to him. But the hatred seems to have got like from, and it's only my opinion, the hatred seems to have got worse from there. Do you know what I mean? People doing things like behind the scenes and going to people's
Yeah.
houses and stuff, and you know what I mean. And it seems to have stemmed around that. And some good people left YouTube because of that. And then it was like the charity thing, the coffee thing. I was like, it's like fucking hell, man.
But
Do
they
you know what
don't
I mean?
enjoy if you're good.
You're frightened to say out a fucking day out, or you know what I mean? In case, I'm gonna offend you. Well, if I offend you that much, then fuck off.
Yeah. Good
Get
evening,
away
I'll
from
be
me.
if you well.
Do you know what
Haven't
I
seen you
mean?
about.
Hello, Hoggy. Hello, gee. I didn't see you there.
But this is it.
Um,
It gets to the levels now where people have got to stoop so fucking low.
yeah, I know.
Oh,
And
well,
it's like you said before, but don't get me wrong, right? We were brought up to fight, right?
yeah,
However, we were also brought up where your mouth should be enough to destroy people, right?
mm,
So when you're sitting on YouTube doing that, it's a totally different game when you're standing on the street doing that because you know what's coming.
yeah.
You know that fist is coming into contact with your face, one
Oh, God,
side or
yeah.
the other.
Good
Whereas
evening,
on you,
Suzanne. If you
I
well,
think
love.
I think it was
Haven't
JMU
seen you
said
there.
before, the internet is made people gangsters. Do you know what
But
I
that,
mean?
you
Where
see,
they say this
they're
and do
sitting
this.
behind a screen. That's what the kind
Yeah,
of gangsters, that they are.
yeah,
They're just sitting behind a screen. And it's as I say, carry on. This is what I'm saying. You're gonna keep people are gonna keep saying the worst things. What they're gonna do when there's that knock on your door,
Oh,
it's, oh, but I didn't mean that. Well, you said it.
yep.
And where I'm
Like,
from, when you say something, you mean it. This is why I don't call people names. Because if I did, right, I'm gonna tell everybody now, if I called someone names, I would mean it. But I would never come out with the shit that people come out with. I would never call someone the N word unless I knew without a shadow of a doubt that they were that, right? Even then, that would kind of make me feel unclean saying that word.
yeah,
But if I
definitely.
said, if I wanted to call someone names, believe me, when I say it now, I'm telling you now, I would mean it. That's why I don't do it. Because I
Mm,
don't give a shit what people think of me on here. So I barely give a shit what they think of me on the outside world. Because I
yeah.
know who I am. I'm a good person, right? But if somebody come in front of me and said, right, this is what I think of you, don't think I'm going to stand there and say, oh, I'm upset or I'm hurt. No. I'm going to answer you back and it's not going to be with my mouth. I made one opinion about Bomber as it wasn't a scam or a pyramid scheme. I stand by that. It was paid before it came out on YouTube, is my point. Is it coming back, Peggy? Or Julie's call me some name. Okay, you missed my meltdown last week. No, I don't like being nasty.
Do
I
you want me
can
to? Do you want
be.
me? Do you want me to give her a meltdown, Hoggy? I'll give her a meltdown. I mean,
Honestly, I
don't get me
can
wrong, right?
be, but I don't. I hate being nasty to people. I really do. It's not my thing. I mean,
See
don't get
what
me
you
wrong.
say.
Years ago, I wouldn't give a shit. Years ago, I
Uh,
really wouldn't give a shit. I'd have
what
just
you,
said it,
you
and that
say
would have
on
been
here,
it.
and what you say to your friends in private, right? I've always said this, right? Whatever
Yeah,
you say on here, you say. Whatever you say to people who are your friends in private, now people might think, you two-faced fucking cunt, all that, blah, blah, blah. But it's different. You're on a social platform. When you're off the social platform, your friends or your family, whatever you say to them is down to you. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I'll say this and I'll stick by it. Anything that is said or passed in private should stay that way.
yes,
You know?
exactly.
And I just think to myself, it at the end of the day, whatever's gone on with like them two, and even the case of Bomber there and Peggy, whatever people's opinions are, that's their opinion, and Peggy is entitled to her opinion as well, you know. And people shouldn't be jumping on Peggy for having her opinion,
No, but I'm
you know.
entitled to one. See, this is what
Exactly.
I don't engage. People allowed their opinions, but only certain people allowed them. And it's
Yeah.
like, for instance, I like Lammy and I like Bomber. So therefore, but as I say, I'm not going to call anybody. But I like them both, right? At the end of the day, I don't really know 100% what went on between them. I don't. But that's because I'm not invested in it.
Yeah.
And that's maybe a wrong word to say, but I'm not overly invested in it. I feel sorry for Richard. I do, 100%. But I don't know exactly what went on, so I'm not going to slate Bomber for it because it's none of my business. That was between them two.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody's got an opinion on it. I've got an opinion of it. I made my
Oh, yeah,
opinion quite clear. But I'm not gonna fall out with people because they have a different opinion. Do you know? I'm a fucking adult. You know what I mean? And I
exactly.
respect other people's opinion. You know, Richard Lammy is a friend. He's been a friend for a long, long time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And he deals with that shit the way he wants to deal with it, whether he wants to keep it to himself or put it out in the public or his friends or whatever. That's down to him, you know?
yeah,
But people shouldn't be slated and people shouldn't fall out with people just because they have a different opinion, you know?
exactly. Oh,
Peggy,
Peggy, I'll never fall out with you.
the same, you know what I mean? I go into the channels where I have a laugh, I have a joke, and stuff like that. And I've said this before. There's certain people in certain channels here, but I would never go in because it's just not me. You know what I mean. Um, and I just think to myself, people, man, stop it. Fucking life's hard enough, man. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Without all that fucking bullshit. Because it's like when you turn it off, right? I turn this off and I go about like my everyday life. I can't have my cup of tea. Well, I didn't get out of bed because I'm not fucking fat and I stay in my dressing gown all day. You know what I mean? I've got my little minions fucking to run about for me. But, you know, it's just, you turn it off, but not everybody's like that. You know what I mean? Like you were saying, if you're on your own and you know your head's click click click, or you have got some kind of mental health issues, everybody's not the same, you know.
No,
And people say, "Ah, well, you shouldn't be on your if you've got mental health," but that might be the only outlet that person's got,
exactly.
you
Also,
know.
Tony's left you a comment here. If tunes don't stop Julie, send JJ to sing outside his door for half an hour. He will end up in mental unit.
See, see, Tony knows.
Good evening,
I'll
Lammy.
pickle,
Yes.
I'll pickle anybody with just me gob, Jim. You never mind me singing.
My ears burning, laughing out loud. It's between me and Lammy now. Yeah, it is. It's got
Yeah.
nothing to do with me, so I can't comment on anybody.
Hmm.
As I say, this is what I'm saying. Nobody should have to take anybody's side.
No, they shouldn't. You know,
You know, they shouldn't. Listen, we
no,
all say stupid shit,
yeah, of course
right?
we
We all
do.
say stupid shit. I've said many stupid shit, but I'm not vicious with anybody. And that's
Mm,
because I don't want to make anybody cry. Well, except one person. I want to make him cry. But
yeah,
I don't want to make someone, I don't want someone going just like that night thinking, you know, or getting upset or anything because of something I said. I would never want that. Because as you
yeah,
say, you don't know what somebody's life's like on the outside world. They could have an absolute shit life, be completely alone, have no one around them, no family, no friends, nothing. And they're coming here for some fun.
yeah. Right.
And then they've got like loads of people targeting them or saying shit about them. No, that's why I won't do it. I wouldn't
Right.
want to make somebody feel like that. Well, except
Mm.
one. and
Oh,
I,
I've got a few, but
well, at the end of the day, it's like this, right? That fucker keeps going on about my dead kids, so I'm him.
mhm.
He's just a little victim. We all know he'll be a police snitch. Good evening, Tracy. Be well, love.
Hello, Tracy. But the thing is, Julie's what right? Take that situation for instance, right?
Yeah,
What people have got to remember is anybody with children or brothers
yeah,
or sisters, it can happen to you as well. There,
yeah.
by the grace of fucking God, it hasn't. Do you know what I
The
mean?
thing is,
Well,
if someone that's had never touched Jalisa, how do we get a signed photograph? Oh, you'll have to say Gav, he's in charge of all my fans. I'm
ten
not
ninety
saying
nine
you've
in
been to
prepaid
me and
envelope.
my
I'll forward it to
bipolar.
Aye, Mr. England, he's up and doing, and he.
um, right. The thing is, if you've never, say, I have never been into any substances, right? None of my friends have. Well, I mean, one, but she died with a thing, but I've never been into substances, right? I'm always happy on drink. That's my kind of thing. I buzz on drink. I'm the most loving person. It's just like taking an ecstasy with me with drink. Now, what was I going to say? But this arsehole, once he has a drink, right, he's, that's it, you know, Jalouse, and a kid. Well, he's not a kid. He'll always be my baby, no matter what he thinks a prick.
Yeah,
But he's admitted he's done substance in the past. So who is he to talk about anybody being an addict?
yeah. And
You
can I
know?
just say this as well
Yeah,
for said person? As soon, and this is coming from somebody who knows, right? As
hmm,
soon as a woman is pregnant, it's her baby. It doesn't matter if it's 5 weeks,
exactly.
7 weeks, 12 weeks, 24 weeks, or a full way. When you lose or you miscarry or anything like that, it is still your child.
Yeah,
And nobody can say any. I don't care if they say it's only this week's old or that. It's still your child. Do you know what I mean? And people shouldn't even be discussing shit like that on the fucking YouTube, not unless it's a live dedicated to that. Do you know what I mean? People shouldn't even be discussing shit like that, man. You know,
It is, Johnny.
it's wrong, man. It's totally wrong. Don't get me wrong. If people bring that into the forefront about themselves,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's fair. It can be discussed, but people shouldn't be slated for doing that. And by the way, it affects men just as much as it does a woman because the partners are the ones that have to deal with it and pick up the pieces. It's their
yeah,
child too. You know what I mean?
exactly.
It really fucking annoys me. You know what I mean? And I just think to myself, don't even bring it on here, man.
No. Good evening to everyone.
You
This is it.
know?
The fact is, when I spoke about my son, I have no shame. I have no shame about my kid. Yeah, he was an addict, but I have no shame about him because I loved him. He was my kid, right? No matter how big, no matter how old he was my baby, and that's the end of it. And when I'll tell you what, right? The day I found out I mean, don't get me wrong with my oldest. Do you know what? How proud I was when I found out I was pregnant with him 6 months and I was still size 10. Right? Um, but the day that we find out we're pregnant, to us, that's a baby.
Yep, yep. I know. Even if it's a shocker, it doesn't matter how old you are. If you're,
No,
16, 17, 47, 57, it doesn't matter. It's from that moment where you find out that is your child. When that doctor says to you, "Oh, by the way, you're pregnant," doesn't matter if you've had a scan or anything else, that's your child. And as soon as you find out you're pregnant, what a lot of people don't realize is once the elation is over, then the worry starts. Oh God, I hope I'm going to be all right. Oh God, I hope it's all right. Because if you've not been pregnant before, you know what I mean. It can be pretty scary once all the joy and happiness and oh congratulations and stuff. It's pretty scary, you know. And I just think to myself, it's a cruel it's a cruel thing to see when so many women have been through it, and so many
yeah,
women have been through it multiple times. You
yeah.
know,
I mean,
um,
my cousin, she lost five, right? And on the fifth pregnancy, um, we were best friends. We were best friends. And on the fifth pregnancy, I mean, she'd already had a daughter, right? There was never any issue with getting pregnant or anything. And on the last one, the doctor came out and said, asked the questions that she knew would ask because she'd already lost four.
yeah,
And she answered them all. And he said, well, there's no point in taking you in. It's plain loss. And she
yeah,
said to me, she came to my house a couple of weeks later and she said, you know something, I feel weird. So what do you mean you feel weird? And she said, I do. Turns out she was still pregnant. It was twins, right?
aye,
And she had a daughter, and she's my goddaughter, actually. But if they took her in, they wouldn't have known that. But she
mhm,
said, everyone I lost, she says, it's like if somebody says, because she got divorced, she had three by a first husband, and she's had two by a second. And she said, so, she's got five. She said, but if somebody says, she said, I had 10 kids,
yeah,
you know.
mm,
My girl was
yeah,
born asleep, full term. Oh, Peggy, I am sorry about that.
yeah. Like I
You
say,
know,
it's not a nice, thing to say to any woman or even
it's
like I say, even
disgusting.
partners that have lost, and I just think to myself, how low are some people willing to go to just to try and get one up on somebody in public?
Yeah,
It's like a schoolyard. Ah ha ha ha, made them cry. You know what I mean? I just think to myself, what the fuck? It's crazy. I've seen people call it guns and this and that, and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. That's now that. But when you get into something like deep in what I call life that's happened to people,
yeah.
that's when it starts to get a bit sort of well, you know, it
You
it, it
can't
is
take that
Phil.
kind of shit back. So just
Yeah,
man up put a comment up here. I find it sexist that when my ex was pregnant, they were rubbing her belly and said congratulations. No one rubbed my thing and said congratulations.
GMU the way we know you. I'm surprised you didn't get the accent and chop it off the way we know you. You know what I mean? I think you're lucky there.
Don't bring the battery stuff on.
Mm. It's
Lock
like
my asking. Where's your beer? I was watching that pig and that was disgusting. That's when I had enough. I never went near his channel again after that. There's no one better qualified than a man from Brighton.
Yeah.
You're having a go at Jay again.
Don't have a
You
go
found
at
it very
Jay.
sexy, did you, Just? Of course you would, love.
What Sean's saying, been listening, and one of the things that bugs me real bad on YouTube is cowardly bastards who time out block for sheer badness. I totally agree with you there, Sean. Personal experience and all that don't happen to me now only because I stay out the channels. Well, that's it, Sean. I think, and this is what we were saying before, when a panel is going and whatever, and there's people in the chat, everybody is entitled to an opinion. Now, there's some people who are mods on channels and all that. They don't like that opinion, but they'll
Yeah.
air their own or they'll share their own, but they won't let anybody else share theirs. You know, and
Oh, they
you
don't.
begin to
They-
listen.
It's
Go on,
like a
sorry.
little like before pack mentality. They've all got to share the same kind of way of thinking. They can't think of their own. You know, it's like,
Yeah,
well, we don't like this person, right? We all won't like this person. It's ridiculous. Grow the fuck up.
yeah, yeah. Latest JMU, catch you soon, kinda. It is. It's crazy, and
Yeah.
you
Oh,
get to
good,
know the
good night,
channels.
Jules.
You get to know the channels that you go in, and you watch the chat, and you watch the mods and stuff like that, and in the end, you just, I mean, obviously some channel owners will not give a fuck, but you just think to yourself, oh yeah, I'm not going in there anymore. I can't be dealing with it. But it's like, do you find when you make that decision and you think I'm not going in there anymore, blah blah, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden you're the topic of conversation, even though you don't go in the channel anymore or you've never been in the channel, you seem to be the topic of conversation by what like somebody else has said or what someone said on the panel
Yeah.
or in the chat, and then it just fucking blows up, and you just think, what the fuck? I wasn't even fucking there. And then when you do try
Apparently
to go
that was
in and
about
say
me
something,
last night. I don't
you
go
fucking
there,
what?
but apparently I was talked about last night. Listen, you can talk all night about me. I don't give a shit. Thing is,
Yeah.
as I say, I don't go dark on anyone. I don't go in on anyone. Look who's here. Where have
Oh,
you been, Mick?
oh, hello, Mick. I hope you've had a fucking bath before you come in here.
Mick, where the hell have you been? You haven't been
I know,
seen
right?
or anything. I'm getting really angry with you now, Mick. Where have you been? I hope you've got a letter for your absence.
I know, right? Oh, what a full report.
Yes.
Because we
Of
need the
your
gossip.
daily actions and where you've been. I
Janice
swear
was
to God,
slagging
Mick,
you
if
off the
you've
other
been
day,
going to
mate.
other channels, if you've been going to other channels, Mick, oh, you've got to help you. You get in trouble.
I know, right? It's fucking it's mental, man. I think everyone should just fucking. It's like, right. I'm just gonna take like Tramadol, right, and Zopiclone Zone, right. I take the piss out of them, right. I was taking the piss out of Wingading, right, the other week, right, and I take the piss out of Benny, right, and
Yeah.
I take the piss out of fucking Tiny Diaz, right, and yes, right. Somebody asked me the other day, why do you call him Tiny Diaz? Can you remember the doll Tiny Tiaz? Right, when you tipped her up and then you tipped her back, she started crying. Well, when he gets on the drink and you tip him, he starts fucking crying. Right, that's why I call him Tiny Tiaz. Right, and it's not, I'm not calling him or his wife or his family or nothing like that. Right, right. So anyway, I just think to myself, just just stop. Everybody can't get along with everybody, right? And there's people I've had run into different people and all that, but I can now sit in a chat, right, with people that I can't stand,
Yeah.
right? I can't stand them. I don't even speak to them, right? But I can still have a conversation with other people in the chat. I take the piss. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Bit banter, but it's nothing nasty.
No.
You know what I mean?
But that's me. I
Somebody
can be
came
in a
in.
chat with people I don't like and I can completely blank them, right?
I mean,
I don't need to
someone
speak to them. I
came
don't
in.
need to be nice to
Right.
them. I can just blank them. It's just normal. It's
Somebody
like,
came into Jim's chat right the other night when we were all like taking the piss, right?
yeah.
And they came in and they said, AJ, and they went, oh my God, you, Julice, Cindy, and they mentioned someone that, and he said, I never ever go in chats hardly. He says, but yous have had me fucking ill crying the night in this chat. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, oh, Jazz, mate, it's just banter. You know what I mean? And to me, when you've got somebody saying that, he could have had a really shitty day. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And he's just watching, and he's laughing, and he feels the need that he needs to like say it. Do you know what I mean? And I
yeah,
just think to myself, even though we were bantering, and I was being a fuck, but if it and making people like laugh in the chat and stuff like that, but I can take it when it's said about me. I bet you can't read what you want. I didn't care. You know what I mean? I really
exactly.
didn't.
But you
Um,
see, I think a lot of people don't like the fact that we can be in different chats and just have a bit of a laugh and a bit of banter. And usually at our own expense. We usually talk about ourselves. We don't talk about others, right? Well, maybe like, like giving topic. But it's just banter, right? So
exactly.
Mick's been in Chelmsford. He's flapping like a dolphin's blow. I had his phone. I got a text at dinner. The plastic chair was vibrating like stuff. Get your prison pocket on you there, Mick. But that's it. We were just having fun. And that's what YouTube is meant to be like about.
Yeah,
So
like I
Daddy,
said,
move that, please. I don't want his name in here.
it's like people who don't like people. I mean, there's a lot of people. I don't go into that channels. I don't speak to them. Because I've got nothing in common. I don't like the
No.
way they carry themselves on here. I don't like whatever. But like I say, for me, I just think whoa, fucking people calm the fuck down, man. You
Right,
know what I mean?
Teddy.
I'll let the shit yes movies for you. See,
But this is, I mean,
yeah, I'm laughing,
if
right?
people, but some love just coming on here for the drama. That's
Aye,
that's all it is. They like to slag folk off day in, day and night. That's not my thing. I couldn't give a shit. Say what they want about me. Say the worst thing that anyone's ever said to me has already been said, so roll with it. I don't give a shit. So come here and talk with Netflix and news. James, maybe comment. Stop in and a half. Told you,
fucking
they
hell.
want that shit in here.
Jim's only saying that because he thinks he's going to be the next big star, like Baby Reindeer. Do you know what I
Oh,
mean?
well, no, what was it he said to me? That he was
I
going to
go
give
on.
me a Netflix show. What was it about, Jim? What was the Netflix show you're going to give me? I says,
I've
it's
never
so
even
nice
seen
to
that.
see you here. It really is. So when all the troops coming back,
He showed.
yeah, because look
I've
at Jim's picking comment the ass again. In fact,
oh no.
if I remove it, it gets end up getting blocked or timed out for a long time by because you know what it's like on StreamYard.
I yeah. Hiya, John. I hope
John's
you're
good.
all
It's
right.
lost the dodgy Dave and he's oh Jesus Christ, John, touch you as well.
But this is the no disrespect, John. But this is what I'm saying. Once something comes out on social media, doesn't matter what social media platform it is, people are going to have an opinion. You know what I mean? And we all know John's not that really opinionated, is he?
John likes the Irish Feelings age, as we know.
John, John's a pretty quiet guy and stays in the background, isn't he?
Oh, good evening,
But yeah.
Stu Pot.
Oh,
Yeah,
good evening,
John's one
John.
of these very shy, he's one of these shy guys that sits back, doesn't open his mouth very much. Very rare you hear a word from him. Aren't you, John?
Exactly. He's very quiet. He's very quiet and chilled.
When he starts talking though, right, you know that he's like, and then he'll do his shouting, and then he'll go, right, people, we're gonna go on this, and I'm thinking, yeah, here we go, and any second that he's going to be loud again, and it's all going to come out. Opinions like
Oh,
assholes, we've all got one. It's not personal.
exactly. That's
Exactly,
what we were
Jen.
saying before, John. But like I say, once you put something out on here, then everybody is entitled to have an opinion on it because you've put it out, whether other
Yeah,
people agree with that opinion or not. You know, um,
they
and
don't have
I,
to
I
like it. They don't have to agree with
no,
you, but you've
mhm,
got one.
you've got one.
And people don't like that. They're allowed opinions, but we aren't.
Yeah, I
Well,
know.
I've got plenty of
It,
opinions. I just don't say them.
well,
They don't
so do I, but
fester.
I don't say them publicly.
No. But see, they don't fester in me because I'm like, oh, you said that, did you? Oh, I think, oh, fuck you. Don't give a shit.
Yeah, aye, same,
Yeah. John Smith
same.
is a mild-mannered individual, much maligned, softly spoken guy. Exactly, Sean.
Aye.
Who was on the hit list? Well, it was Liz, Kelly, T1, John. Big Billy
Liz
was on
Kelly,
the list. Only Scottish that was on it,
Jay-Z,
yeah.
Stig, was it Stig? Stig,
Stig,
Jay-Z,
uh, Jay-Z, Lion
um,
King,
no, he said Lion King wasn't, he would deal with him, he's something else or whatever, but it was Stig, Jay-Z, I think it was John Smith, Liz, Kelly,
yeah.
and and a couple of, I don't know if there was a couple of others or not.
Yeah.
So geez, was no. Well, this is right, Craig. I know me. I know about I with you and all that, right? But this is what we were saying before. It's either everything's got to come out, or it's like what I call a head-to-head on a live. You know, on somebody's channel who can keep control and say, whoa, 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 you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think that's the only way it's going to get. So this is going to go on for months
Oh, yeah.
because and to quote somebody, it's being drip fed. You
It would have
know,
to be somebody that's going to let everyone talk.
yeah,
Mute people when they need to mute and tell them to shut the fuck up when they need to be shut. You know what I mean? Let
yeah,
everybody have a conversation, get it out
I,
there. But some people don't want that though. They don't want peace.
yeah,
You know, I'm not doing that. Why would I do that? Well, if you want peace on YouTube, or if you just want to sit on maybe 2 or 3 channels, that's up to you.
yeah,
I mean, like us on Sunday, we were in Irish Raiders. That's a completely different genre from what we're on today, right? And
yeah.
we had a blast.
I
And
it
then if we
was.
were
I mean,
talking about Bev, who's a dirty bitch. Yes, Jane, we know it's your birthday on Thursday. You keep telling us.
yeah.
Oh, don't you be doing a live, are you, Jim? Pissed up, stoned.
You fucker, you're getting a letter off the king, Jim. You fucker.
Uh, ring it in. Don't start your shit with my Cindy. Telling you, she'll kick your ass and I'll back her.
I mean, it's mental, man. Absolutely. I mean, so don't get me wrong, right? There's free speech in some channels and there's free speech in not. But where do you stop the free speech when it starts to get personal? Because everybody in this chat I've seen like somebody have a go at really badly. You know, where do you is a mod? Do you turn around and say, well, I'm deleting that comment, or if I delete that, is it not free speech? And you
Yeah.
get some mods that way you go in and you just go in and say hello, and it's like, oh, you're blocked. Do you know what I mean?
That was you made
Well,
that moment,
that's what
Jane.
happens to me. Do you know what I mean? Jim, you're blocked. Fuck off.
Really, Kate, I hope you're good.
Hello,
This is it.
Kieran. I hope you're all right.
Right. As I say, I don't call, what am I? We don't call anybody. We don't go at people. So people should want us in the chat, right? Because we keep peace. But
it's
no.
it's I mean, listen, and I understand why I get blocked, right? And it's not because I'm a twat, right? And it's not because I'm a gobshite. It's because of my name. Well, well, well. On some channels it is, you know what I mean. But most of the time, it's because of my name, right? And they just say the name. That they don't even ask. They just go, oh, that cunt block, because they think I'm someone else, right? Mind you, they might not, and they might just be using that as an excuse to block me out that fucking channel.
Well, yeah.
It's like, when I used to do my lives with Gail, right? I used to get close to the knuckle, right? And it used to get a bit naughty sometimes. But at the end of the day, we're grown adults.
Well, yeah.
Do you know what I
I
mean?
mean,
We're
come
grown
on.
adults.
We had the
You
biggest
know,
perv on YouTube on with us. Teddy's always trying to knock one out for us. Like you, Teddy.
PJ.
But it's just banter. It
It
doesn't,
is.
it's not like, I mean, he'll say, like, if you don't give up, Julie, I'm going to come up there, it's just fun, it's banter. I don't take it serious. So if I took that serious, surely I would take what others say about me serious. I don't give a shit. It's just a bit of fun.
Yep,
It
definitely.
doesn't mean anything.
And I've seen
AJ,
people going,
disagree.
PJ. I've seen people go into chat, right? Typical one, and I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, right? I've been sitting, right, ghosting chats, right? And
Yeah.
I've seen Sean Wayne and Mr. England go into a chat, right? And before anything's even said, they're fucking blocked.
Yeah.
They're blocked or they're timed out. You know what I mean? And it's not like what I call a funny timeout. Like right. Tramadan came into gyms and he was going on and he came back in, so I timed him out and I went, "Oh, shut up, Dan." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I timed him out for 10 seconds. It's not like what I call a banter timeout, right? These
No.
people fucking time them out and that's it. And these people have never said nothing.
No. They don't have to.
You know what I mean?
I'd love to
Peggy's
blow
another
bubbles
one.
in October due to, but my spandex would shrink and you'd spill the Prosecco. I don't like Prosecco. I know. I just don't like Prosecco.
I like Asti. It's nice and sweet.
Oh, me too. I used to drink that every Christmas.
I've got bottles in the fridge.
I don't go now into a lot of channels.
Me neither.
Oh, Phil, you would have said that last night. It was on Jesus, last night it was hard work. But he showed his belly button piecing.
Oh, he's hard work. Dan, sometimes.
Oh.
I tell you, it was nice to see last night. I've never had a lot to do with him. I haven't spoken to him, but I've spoken to his wife. It was nice to see Maud on Jim's last night.
Yeah. Well, he tried to get on the other night, right? But Jim was far too stoned. And poor Motors have been waiting 18 minutes.
Oh, fucking hell. I'm surprised
18 minutes he'd been waiting for to get on with Jim. And he gave up and went and done his own live. And he named it, tried to get on Jim Smith. I said to him, for Christ's sake, Jim. But Jim didn't even remember that me and Peggy had been on with him. He messaged me, good evening, Bacon. He messaged me in the morning, said, I've got some juice to crack for you. Good night, Suzanne. Thank you so much for coming in.
Good night, Suzanne.
Oh, God, he's here. Right, Jim, remember, other people need to speak.
You pair have been doing a lot of talking, ain't you? And I'm just coming in to break it down a bit, man.
Bacon,
what you gonna break down?
I've never really heard. I muted these, man. I've just been interfering with the chat. And they're like, jump on, jump, and fucking live in the
Well, funny enough, Jim, I haven't seen anybody saying that, jump on, Jim. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the chat.
He once said it, man. Jump on, jump.
No, T1 hasn't said that so far.
I know we haven't fucking said it.
Let's have a look. Yeah, I know. No, I haven't seen that. Jim, when did he say that? Right, so Jim said last night, right?
I think Cindy's on the card of the night, man, because she's blocking everybody. What's going on there?
No, because, right,
come
Jim.
On, you need to leave Wingerding, man. He's
Jim.
He's went through a lot of shit, man. Yes.
Jim, right, it goes back to a couple of years ago. He threatened to dox Cindy.
Oh, did he, Cindy? I didn't know that. Wingerding, yes. You dickhead.
He threatened to dox Cindy. Right, Craig, if you come on here, no opinions. Right, take your camera off, Craig, if you want.
He's got to pick on me, Jules, man. He's got to
no, there's no picking on you, Jim, tonight. You know what I'm like.
He was trying to pick on me last night.
Hello, people.
Good evening, Craig.
Yeah, read a clone.
Craig's looking for a woman, man. You fancy a date?
Well, he doesn't want to go into your friggin' dating agency.
It's called the Dateables now, man, because I've had a success.
No, Jim, you've only had success because I gave you that success because I wanted no part of it because of you.
1-0 up, Jim Smith, man.
I remember you on here back in the day before you had lives, Jim Smith.
What I remember that. Craig, man? Come on, tell us. He had a wee epiphany. He had a wee epiphany, man, in your fucking
hang on a minute.
I can remember that.
Jim, hang on 1 second. Did I get banned laughing out loud? I channel hop. Got told this is where the stitches hang. I write and go, no, I'll tell you what, Wingerding, right? When you threatened my friend 2 years ago that you were going to dox her, find her within 5 minutes. Now, the thing is, with me and Cindy, we've been best friends for a long time. We remember everything.
Pisses himself, man. He can't find his wallet to do a piss within 5 minutes. So
I've got a timer going, and I'm going to tell you what the timer's for.
Wait, you only
Nothing
talk
to do
about
with
you
you,
looking at fucking
Julie.
shadow
All
box
right,
of
Jake.
fucking Mrs.
Oh,
Boobies.
no, someone else is in the back now. Oh, guess who it is?
Go on.
I don't know, man.
Come on.
Come
It's
on
our mate.
Good man.
down.
It could be
It's our
anybody.
Mick.
It's no Mr.
Right.
Aye,
England,
aye,
man.
Mick.
You'll not jump on.
Mick, there's
All
no
right,
sound.
darling.
Medical cannabis guy.
What?
Yeah, man, I'm down with
Oh, now
that.
you're
I'm
there.
down with that.
Right. It's going to show you the stuff that he's made. It's all homemade. He doesn't to sell. Come on, Mick, show some of your stuff.
Oh, let me make a joint first.
He's
Go on,
some
then.
crick ups, Mick, man.
Right. I should see the
Most of
stuff
it
he's
is
made.
homemade.
Got to make Craig jealous, man. Got to make Craig jealous.
Mick
It
must have
I've
blinded
used
got
to
a
be a
on.
laugh
healthy
on
file.
Expose. It really did. I used to love being on
Jim, I've
Expose
got a
chat.
healthy file, man. I've got a healthy file on the side.
He's not a Bible basher, is he?
No, he's not a
Is
Bible
that Jack
basher.
Nicholson? It is, isn't it?
I got
That's
the
what he made
Bible.
his sell. Look.
What's this, an advertisement or something?
Wait, I'll put you full screen, Mick. Hang on. So,
Yeah.
there you
That's
go.
Craig
Bob
showing,
Marley.
that's Craig
Here's
showing his new teeth.
Johnny.
That's Craig showing his new teeth and his fucking haircut.
Where's your stick up, Mick?
That is me, man. Yeah.
Didn't say
I'll
that
take
of him,
that.
Julie Christ, you get born bombed.
All right, man.
Spider-Man. That's brilliant. I love that.
Darth Maul. Big
I
up
do. I
the
love
Darth
that.
Maul.
Sorry, Craig.
Spider-Man does whatever Batman can. Whatever
There's
a
the big
Joker
stick.
can.
What you been up to
You want
today,
to know
Craig,
how I
man?
got these
Getting on away,
scars?
Paul, man.
It makes
You
these
want to
his
know how I got
sell.
them?
I missed you for last night, Craig, man. That PP was out of order, by the way. Fucking tell him
There
I'm
we
a
go. We
PP.
didn't
Stop
medicare.
fucking.
That looks like an African stick, man. Like someone had been there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's all handcrafted, Craig.
Yeah. What's with the medical cannabis? Is that?
That means
Because he's
I
got
want to
health
get that,
issues,
man.
Craig. Don't be
I'll
nosy.
get able to get that.
Right, I'm going to mute myself for a second. Right.
Well, it's a
All right.
AJ, you're in charge of them.
Yeah, let's go nuts. If anyone wants
I
to
hope
jump
you're
on, I
not
can't.
doing a Peter. I thought he was doing a Peter. I thought he was doing a
Yeah.
Bobby. I thought he was
Hey,
doing a Bobby, man.
you know what it is?
He's doing a Peter.
I've seen that, right? I've never seen it. I've
How
never
would
seen
you
it.
dance back in the
is it?
80s?
I
Craig,
got told
jump on
about
the
it.
fucking, shows your face and jump on and shows, I've been watching all these shorts. How would you dance back in the 80s, man? How would you dance back in the 80s?
Who, me?
You must have been hanging about in the 80s, let's well, you know.
Oi. I was like born in '85, so I'd have been dancing like a little babby. Like,
Mick's doing
I'm
his
doing the
dance.
nursery, man.
You were what?
Doing the nursery, the kindergarten or whatever. Fuck it. There's a
oi,
wee thing on YouTube, right?
Why
How's
do you
your
want to know
fucking,
that kind of
how would
music?
you dance
Anyway,
back
leave
in
it there. Let's leave kindergarten out of it, Jim, man. Come on.
I'm fucking, you just said, I'm talking about, there's a thing on YouTube that says, how would people dance back in the 80s? It's a fucking short
I
videos
wouldn't
you
be
get.
dancing back in the '80s, would I?
Well,
So
I
don't
didn't know. I
apply to
thought
me.
you were older than what you are, man. Sorry. Right.
Fuck off, man, you cheeky bastard.
What do you
I
mean?
look younger than I am, man. I don't look 39.
Were you about out drinking and all that in the 80s, Jim?
Fucking sure I was.
Of course you fucking were.
Of course I was.
Were you, Craig?
The 80s and the 80s were the best years, man.
Nah, man, like
See, the
late
and all that.
90s, early 2000s, I was having my first drink.
You've never lived, Craig, have you? You just come on here and moan like fuck about everything.
You dickhead, man.
Opinionated Craig that doesn't like opinions.
Opinionated Jim, man.
I've got an opinion that Terry tackles a block. And you
That
guys
was
a
the
woman.
start. Oi, how long's it been? How long's it
Hi,
been since you
John.
mentioned
Good to
that?
see you, man.
Oi, I ain't even brought
Yeah,
her
we'll
up, man.
talk
I
about
ain't
you.
even mentioned
We'll
her, man.
talk
But
about
look.
we'll talk about
I was
fucking
waiting for it,
shadow
man.
beacons. Woman calling you a racist when you were looking at her. She's like that. You're looking at my
When
boobies.
you
I watched
mention
it, man.
Andrew Goyne, right? Why do you keep bringing up
No,
Shadow
you're
Mrs.
not going to look
Farah
at
in the
Andrew
same
Boyne.
thing?
You're not
Why
going to look
you
at
move
Terry
on?
Tackle's
Why you
boobies.
move on, bro?
No,
Because
listen,
because he's not
listen.
got any.
I
He's
don't
not
think
got anyone.
Julius would appreciate you talking about Andrew Goyne on our channel after everything that went down and that
Oi,
got said.
I
don't think she'd
I
appreciate that.
swear to God, Mr. England, just like
Hey,
keep your
Jane,
comments to
don't worry
yourself,
about
because
it.
I ain't gonna respond to you anymore. But you're a dickhead, bro.
Who's
If
a
you
dick?
go put yourself on here and stand by what you're
Who's
saying,
a
I've got
dickhead?
no respect for you, and I never will have any respect for you. So you might as well just go and fuck off. You're a lot sadder than me.
Right,
Like,
what's going
screaming
on?
about
Cheers,
people and not
two.
even
Right,
showing
pack
your
it
face.
in. Right, I'm telling you both now, pack it in. I'm not having it on mine. Take it to your own. It's not been on here.
Hello, John
Good evening,
Tech.
John.
Never seen you for ages, mate. I hope you're all right. I've never
So
seen
you
John
two
about for
sometimes you
ages.
just act like two bloody naughty boys. It's got to be told off by a page to behave themselves.
He's
Christ's
picking.
sake.
Man.
Go,
You're not
Mick.
picking on that wee fucking wanker.
Be more like
corner.
Mick. Look, Mick's just happy having his little J there. Just hanging out.
I think I'm some kind of pervert, man. I'm blocked for that channel, Craig, man. I mean, sure that's a weirdo, man. You run about with some weirdos, Craig. You do. I'm not.
So do
Look,
you, man. So do
you can do whatever you want, pal, man.
Are they
You run
hobnobs,
around
Mick?
with fucking all
Oh, look
sorts
at
of
that.
people, man.
Oh,
Mick's
Mick,
got
what
the
you got there?
Well,
Marines.
that was
Mick's
easy.
got the
What,
Marines
talking
of the
about my
biscuit
mum and
world.
shit like that. Fucking hell, man. I
And
don't
you
do
Mick,
that.
You want to
hobnob.
chip
I can
shop and
do
all.
it
Show
without
your
that.
face,
That's
show
why
that
you
chip
don't
shop
show your
and all
face,
that, Craig.
because
Come
like
Oh,
on.
you
I
still
don't
go in
need
the
to
back
bring up
chat.
your mum.
Oh, for God's sake, can you behave your bloody self? I'm going to start kicking folk off.
Well, kick Craig into the touchdown, man. He'll just go into Terry Tackle's channel. Talk about us.
I don't behave. Let them talk about my gym. Don't.
That
Oh,
guy
Mick's got
actually
his
thinks
stead.
fucking Terry Tackle.
Oh, the Marines.
I am actually
Mick's
like
got the
considering,
Marines out. It's
like,
getting
kills
serious.
me.
talking to this
You know
guy
something,
anymore,
right?
this Jim
I
Smith, because
said to Bear, I said to Little Bear, we get us. Oh, look at them. We get us
Oh,
some
no.
ham from town.
who's the real
Yeah,
loser though? Who's the
and he
real
came
loser
back
in this
with
dream?
bloody smoked
Who's the
ham, didn't
real
he?
one?
I hate
Sorry,
smoked
Ugh.
ham.
Julius, man.
I hate that. I cannot stand it.
Who's got
You know what?
balls?
See them hobnobs, right? I like the coconut ones. The
Oh, me
coconut
too.
hobnobs are lush, absolutely lush. I love them. And the shop sold out of them the other day, and I took a pissy fit because I couldn't get what I wanted.
Mick, Phil's got a question for you. How strong is he?
Craig's got a wee Willy Winky, man. So do you?
James,
No
Willy
balls,
Winky
you don't
so
want to
Mr.
know.
England, man.
How
My
do you
balls
know
are
that, James?
swelling, like. My balls are
He's got a
swelling,
bigger
man.
Willy Winky than him, like.
You ain't
Sorry,
got no balls.
sorry,
Aye,
Julius, man.
frog.
I'm
Right,
drunk.
I'm gonna talk about this for a minute, right? This the medical cannabis, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of things at the minute, from what I've seen, going over social media about this medical cannabis, right? Now,
Yeah.
I was gonna do a little live on whether, because it's all over social media, do you think people are gonna start to try and abuse it? Or do you think it's going to be legal here in Britain within the next couple of years? Because
Oh, I
It's gonna
think
be
everybody
it's
seems
going
to
to
be
be
legal.
talking about it,
It's going to
right?
be legal
Everyone,
at the end of it,
Yeah,
but
I think
like
it's going to go legal.
you have to go to a doctor first, like, because I can get it. I've just got to go to the doctor to get like a note first, and then you can
a
get
You're
your
always
synopsis,
stealing
pumping.
off the
yeah.
stage, aren't you, man? You're
But
always, you're
it's
never
like
put anything in,
it's
Craig,
like
man. You're always
it's like
stealing
what
off
I
the
was going to say was like you've got people that go to the
You
doctors,
and
right?
that Terry Tackle cut,
Well,
man.
you
That's
shut
what
your
Jim,
bloody hole,
Jim,
This is
right?
what I
stop
mean,
talking about that
Jim. All you can do,
person.
cause
I
speak to me
don't want them
normal.
on
You
my
just keep
channel.
putting me down, man. You keep
I'm
putting me
just,
down. I'm just gonna say, you
I'm
might be that
just
pedo,
translating,
bro.
man. I'm
You know what I mean?
translating
Show
what
your
Mr.
face, like.
England said, man. Shut up, you.
Yes, mate.
Go on,
So,
AJ. I've muted them both.
so like you've got people that go to the doctors, right? And they go, "Oh, I'm suffering like from depression or a bad back," and the doctor will turn around and say, like, for depression, he'll give you antidepressants, right? Or yeah, a bad back or whatever, right? So then after a few weeks, nothing's working. You've had a change of the doctor will say, right, I'll change your medication, right? So then they'll say, oh, well, medical cannabis. Now, I don't think you have to tell your doctor. You just get a synopsis of treatment off your doctor. So if people are swinging the lead to get this medical cannabis, is it going to come to a fact where they're gonna realize, the government, our big brother, what they are, they want a fucking nanny state? Are they going to turn around and say, well, no, too many people are abusing it, and these clinics are making a lot of money off it? So is that going to be the point where the government realise there's people that maybe abusing it, or there's people, these companies, clinics are making too much money, that they're going to legalise it for them to get the money. Do you know what I mean?
That's
Rather
that's
than
what
these
it's going to be. It's going to be, hang on a minute, these are making far too much money and we're making nothing. And that's when it's going to be legalised.
Scotland,
Yeah.
man,
I think if you look deeper into it, I've been getting medical cannabis for 2 years, and I went straight to the neurologist at the cannabis clinic, and all they wanted was my medical records. So it's nothing to do with your doctor. Your doctor will say no straight away because the doctor thinks you're going to smoke cannabis in the joint.
You don't have to pay fucking money to get it. You don't have to
But
pay.
the point is, the 3 biggest cannabis companies, medical cannabis companies in this country, 16% of them companies are owned by the Tory government, like Theresa May's husband, Theresa May, Rishi Sunak. So they will legalise it to guarantee them money.
When it's ready to be legalised, they own all the fucking.
How much you pay the new crate for your cannabis?
Do you know what, right? I lived in Holland, right? I lived in Holland for a long time, right?
Like, how much you pay for your cannabis?
How much do I pay for what?
Cannabis.
For your smoke.
In what, like? In what?
No,
you smoke
how much
cannabis,
you pay?
you smoke fucking grass or whatever.
Yeah, like what weight, man? Oh, you can't just say, oh, how much does it cost? Like, you gotta tell me for how much, man.
Well, how much you pay for an ounce?
I pay 237 quid for 30 gram and 74 gummies a month.
150.
150 quid, that must be shite. Like, so that's no very good stuff. Like.
Nah, man,
I do think
that's spice your buying, sir. That's spice.
I think should legalise it. Living in
if you all tip some money in, you can get better deals.
Right, are you still going to stop it while AJ's talking, or I'm going to start mute music again? Go on, AJ.
It's like right. When I lived in Holland, I lived in central Amsterdam, and I lived in a couple of villages outside Amsterdam. Right, when you go into the local coffee shops there, right, there's no bother. There's nothing. It's just like what we would say. Oh, how are you? Come for a cup of coffee, right?
Yeah.
So in this country, I think there should be coffee shops, but I think there should be not policed by the police, but there should be a governing body like to. I don't know. I hate to say fucking police the coffee shops, you know what I mean? But I don't mean
what you
police.
mean. Yeah.
But
everybody should be allowed to grow it for their own personal use.
Now,
that's what I
in Holland, you're allowed to grow 5 plants for personal use, or you were when I lived there, right? For personal. But even going into a coffee shop and all that, and I just think now it's always been a part of their culture, always, right? And when you come out of the tourist area like Amsterdam and stuff like that, it's very chilled, it's very relaxed. Anybody's chucking whiteys or shit like that, right? It's very, very relaxed. And I just think here that it should be it's like a culture. Do you know what I mean?
If you stay in Durham, man, you can grow plants fucking legally. You can grow.
Well, that isn't the case. That's not actually the case. That's not the case, Jim. In Durham, they set a pilot scheme up, right? Where if you are growing, right, and you had a few plants, I'm not about like hundreds of plants, a few plants, you wouldn't get criminally prosecuted. That's what they've done in Durham. I think it was either 3 or 5. I'm not sure. But they said that they wouldn't prosecute you.
That place was the lowest crime rate after that fucking kidney wee baldy guy. They got rid of him because he was fucking getting rid of all the crimes in fucking Durham, man. They got fucking retired, the poor cunt, man. He went in the thing, he's like, the police are corrupt as fuck, man. And he went to one of the committees. He's like, the police are corrupt as fuck. We've reduced the crime rate in fucking Durham with such and such, and they got rid of the cunt. They fucking pensioned the fucking poor guy.
Do you think they will legalise it? Because obviously Big Pharma, not just in America, but in this country as well, make a lot of money.
Scotland, man, I'd legalise it.
It's just on its way, man. Like, we're 10 years behind America. Whatever America does, like 10 years down the line.
Crime rate in Holland, man. where it's legalised, man. You need to look at the crime rate and all that. Like, I mean, everybody's stoned. They can't be bothered going out and stabbing fucking all that bullshit, kid.
So the argument that would come after.
Jim, what the fuck you on about
But
now?
Ken, when the Tories are scared, they're like that. Everybody will be stoned and the work rate will go down. That's what they're thinking about.
No, it won't.
They don't want to
No,
go
it
to work,
won't, man. No, it
If
won't.
we-
Oi, people work happier and better.
Ah,
than
you've
they've
never
enjoyed,
worked a day in your life, you
Yeah,
cunt.
I have. I worked for like a year and a half, man.
Well,
like,
fucking
non-stop, and I
fair
smoke
play to
weed
you,
every
Craig, man.
time,
Fair
man. You
play
know
you,
what I
man.
mean?
Ah, well, fair play to you. A year and a half out of how many years you been on the planet?
I had jobs as well in between, but that was the longest I'd worked, like at one place.
But I know people. I know
Get
people that
yourself a blue
smoke
Peter
before they go
badge
to
and a
work.
wee tufty bad
Yeah.
place, man.
You know.
Tough to bad. Oi, get back on the Simpsons. Fucking hell, groundskeeper Willie. That's all I can think about when I'll get going on.
At least
Oh my God.
groundskeeper Willie done a shift, man.
Right, listen,
He's always
Jim,
out there
Jim.
cutting
He
grass
mowed the
and all
lawn,
that.
Jim,
man. Oi,
Craig,
actually, I've got
Jim,
a G, I've got a
Craig, Perry's,
qualification.
listen to what I'm going to say now. Right, this isn't a free for all. We're not here to argue. I've said that on my
Picking on me.
freaking thing, right?
Yeah, but it's
Tell
all
me,
right
stop
for him
picking
to
on me,
say
Joe.
what he
No,
wants to say.
Craig,
I'll
I've
get
said the
started.
same to him
Hey,
as I've said to you.
Don't pick on
Jim,
Jim.
stop going
But-
on about a certain person on YouTube on my panel.
Who?
Don't want it. You know who Craig's friends with. Stop talking about them. Stop trying to wind him up. Behave your
Fine.
bloody self.
Like, I'm a YouTube acquaintance.
friends with
Like,
Riddick.
Oh
name of
my
you,
God.
Jilly. Like,
I
He's
swear to
friends
I
God,
with
right?
Ricky shady cunts, man. But what are we talking about, man? Oh, fuck, he's friends with Ricky shady folk.
Exactly, Cindy, Picky, they're just being bitches. No, Cindy, that stays. What you've done stays.
Poor
They won't
Jim.
be getting unblocked.
You know what I mean?
Okay?
Piggy, man.
We were having a good
That's that,
conversation. Stop bitching. Perry is now. There, you've been told. Jesus Christ, we know I've made about his own nasty I am now the Craig and
How's my pal T1 no got a spanner, man? He's fucking.
Jim? Do you want me to unplug your life support machine there? Because I swear to God, I'm going to do it soon. Before long, I'm going to have no mods.
Nah, I've got a rogue mod somewhere. But I'm
Well,
working on it.
Jim, why is that,
Working
Jim?
on it, by
How
the
many
way.
people do you mod up, Jim, when you piss?
I've got the mad gangster grannies. I'm got to subcontract them at least. Because they can solve things with a fucking
Jim?
2 minutes.
How many people do you mod up when you're pissed? Jim, how many
What's that?
people do you mod up when you're drunk? Or when you've had your joints? How many people do you mod up? I'll come on the live the next time it's live and there's an extra 5 mods.
So I can see them.
Well, it's nice
He
seeing
never
you.
seems to go to the toilet, does he, man?
I need to see what they're saying, man.
What's
So
going
give
on
them a
there,
mod.
lad?
Give them a mod. You'll not get a mod, Craig, man, because you're a fucking funny.
I don't
Jim,
want him,
you've
man.
only got a normal spanner, so behave yourself.
I know that, but I've already taken your super spanner and I've taken single.
You wouldn't dare,
Even if
Jim.
It's
I had a
just
mod, I
me,
wouldn't
Mr.
use
Jim,
it.
Ace,
I
you
wouldn't
said
and
that last
fucking
time.
Mr. England that's got super spanners and like so.
I'm a free
You
speech
can
kind
time
of
me
guy.
out for however long you want, man. I couldn't care.
Jim, you're not going nowhere. You're stuck with us.
Come on,
That's all it
Cindy.
is,
Come on.
silly.
He started with you, Jalise, man. He started with you back in the day,
Jesus,
I remember.
shut up, Craig, man. Cindy's a
Craig,
Nah,
prisoner.
man,
Super
Craig,
why?
the thing
spanner.
is with me and Jim, right, we will always disagree, right? We always have disagreements, but he's my best friend. He is. And I can tell him, and as his best friend, I can tell him when he's being an
I
ass.
give.
Well,
Sorry.
I just fuck off then.
No, you are as well, AJ, you know that.
Only
Craig,
joking.
I can tell him, right, when he's being an
I've
ass,
done
and he knows that I'm not being
I've
a
done
bitch with
Who's
him.
what?
furniture
Who's
removal. I've done
fucking
loads of
Oh.
jobs. Like,
smackhead
worked a
Stacey?
year and a half.
Who's
Listen
what?
to you, complaining.
Latest video, sir. Paul Anna's got the fucking blue Peter badge and the disabled badge on his
What do you want about,
Hey,
Jim?
Jim.
He's on about
You know what?
Stacey's
You know
video.
these things.
That's what that
You
was.
know these things
Big up
that you're
smackhead
opinionated
Stacey,
about.
man.
This is a
That
real
was fun.
question. This is just a normal question. Why don't you make a video and put your opinion across on these things that you talk about? What you're opinionated about?
I do
Okay.
live, Craig, man. I'll let you on the live and that, pal. Come on.
Oh, Craig,
I'm
how's that till?
live, man.
Jim or AJ?
What?
I'm Jim.
Or Jim? Oh,
They
Jim
mean
wouldn't know how to make a video, Craig. Come on, Jesus.
Can I do that?
I
Craig?
don't know, man. Fucking hell.
I'm not that technology's up.
It's not, it really isn't.
I didn't
Nah,
care
I
out of
think
screens.
we got.
Craig, I'm not like you. I didn't care how to fucking watch that on my telly like and do that. Oh, bullshit.
Right,
I'm
I swear
not
to
opinion-
God, the first time Jim went live, this is no lie, right, when he was doing his StreamYard, I was on the phone to him, right, the entire time because he kept doing it wrong. So I actually was on the phone to him, talking to him as he went live.
Okay,
But,
no.
hey,
like,
I've
the
turned
Paul
a new
Allen
leaf,
thing,
Craig, man. I'm not taking the piss out anybody anymore, man.
I
I'm
don't
going
feel
to
sorry
be
for
like,
him because, like, there was that much
Craig, do you
information
do
out
lives?
there.
Do you
I
do lives, Craig?
I did a try. I had a try, like, and I messed it up. I was going to play some tunes, and I allow people to comment, man. I fucking press the button to allow that.
You'll
and I
get
fucking
there,
messed up
Craig.
there.
You'll get there.
You should, Craig. You should do a live.
Yeah, I know.
You should.
I just,
Hey,
I just
you're
want to get a
not as
good.
born as that sheriff cunt, Craig, man. I'll tell you that truth. I like you more than that sheriff cunt and that JDP. Fucking idiot, man.
What are you on about?
Oh,
Jim.
you
I'm
doubling
just
on
talking about his pals. JDP and
So
the
you
sheriff.
hate everybody.
There you
Who
go
I'm
again.
pals with? You hate everybody. Who I'm pals with, Jim.
His pals with me, Craig, me, Cindy
Craig,
and
I like
AJ,
you, pal, man. I
Exactly.
like
and
you.
Peggy. He's got the girls around him, see. The
Oh,
girls, I mean
me and
ladies.
Cindy have
The girls.
had conversations about like toys in the past in the comments and stuff, like back in the day,
Rampant
man.
rabbits, man. No,
Oh.
talk about rampant rabbits.
Oh, Craig, have you seen my chat, let alone Jim's? Mine and Cindy's when we used to do lives, right? Cindy made done a live and it was called Just a Quickie. Jesus Christ, Craig, you wouldn't have liked what was in there. It was all men, Jesus. Good God, you wouldn't have liked that live. But
I
Craig,
do, I
please,
like
we're
all
all
that.
adults. I can take the shit. It doesn't bother me.
But why?
Yeah, I think
Why sit arguing, right, with somebody, right, and wasting your time and all that? Like,
Put your
what are
camera
you
off, love.
right? When you can just sit and have like a good crack or a bit of a
Going on?
giggle. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
How you
like,
JMU talk?
Oh, he's out on Sim
no,
double
unless
there.
there's like a
No.
topic, unless it's a
Just
topic
about getting
that
my
we're
voice back, man. I've lost my
discussing,
voice
like,
for the past
other
3
than that,
fucking
like,
weeks.
I don't even bother. You know
Right,
what I
let's
mean?
have our handsome little buggers talk, please.
I pick Craig's
I'm just
like
listening, man.
in
Just want to pop up and say, all right, man.
Craig
Yeah, you're
like
good,
in-
Jalees. Yeah,
I'll
AJ,
find
I'm
it.
great, thank you. Just Jim,
Relative, chat, all good, man.
Solid.
All right.
Aye,
let
we'll
him
try.
talk. 'Cause he hasn't got his voice back yet. He's lost his
Yeah,
voice.
yeah,
Who's lost their
4 weeks it is now that I've lost my voice. It's just coming back, man. Doing my fucking head in.
Have you got any honey in the house? I have a
Yeah, but
spoonful of honey.
Yeah, but
If
on the
everyone
old
doesn't
hot
know,
toddies,
it's just man up.
see what happens,
Horrible
man.
when your
Don't work, though,
voice
does it?
goes,
It's
man.
all a fucking myth.
There we go. It's just man up. It's good on the eyes. Exactly, Peggy. That's what we needed.
Yeah, my bruise, my face got finally gone down a bit, man. So I can be seen.
Specsavers for a long
Where
time.
is it? Right,
Right.
hang on, ladies. This is just for you.
She ignores the
Right.
letters. Specsavers
There
for
we go, ladies. Just for you.
Right. JMU is the only man where he smiles. You do see that little twinkle off that gold tooth. It's like ding, Colgate moment.
There you go.
These
Was
little
born with it.
gold tooth is flush. There you go,
like Alex.
ding.
You look
Yeah.
like Alex.
There you go, ladies. You can thank me later.
It's funny because my son pisses his mum off. He's like, he's always like, "Can I get one of them?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes home and he's like, "Can I get a gold tooth like Daddy?" And she's like, "No, you fucking can't."
Listen, if my son had to copy off his daddy, he would come in.
Oh,
Oh, good God, no. No,
Mine
thank God, no.
Mine would come in with a skinhead covered in fucking tattoos, a fucking broken nose, and
Yeah,
fucking.
I used
So
to.
come in with no hair.
I used to have a skinhead, and everyone used to think I was mixed race when I had a skinhead, like proper. Like worst one I had, I can't remember what he said. He said it a bit, but I was in the opticians, and he went, "I had a lump on my eye," and he went, he said it more fresh in this, but he went, "That's common in your sort of people." And I went, "What do you mean?" He went, "Afro-Caribbean." I was like, "Fucking hell, man, I'm white."
Right? When I was younger, I mean, obviously, when I was younger.
Here we go when I was younger, man. When I was younger.
Anyway, big
Jim,
up, man.
you've
Jump
never
back in the
been
chat.
young, so shut up. Right, I used to go really dark, like
We're
with
going
that. I mean,
back to
I've still
the 50s,
got a tan to my
We're going
skin,
back
but my
to
dad
the
was Jim, hang on. My dad was white.
Presley,
Right?
Elvis, I've got an Elvis record.
My dad
He
was
looks like
dark,
somebody I
right, but he
know,
was
man.
white.
Like back in the day,
So when I
looks
was
like somebody
younger,
I knew, man.
I'd be really, really dark with blonde hair, blue eyes. And this day I was in town with my mum, and this woman went to my mum, "It's nice to see white
Fucking.
people adopting people of colour." I looked at him, and my mum looked at him, and she said,
See,
"What
in
about
Scotland,
this is fucking white?"
man, you've not got many folky colour in Scotland, like Scotland. I swear to God.
Come on. Oh,
I've
how
got
many
the
people
story
have
of my
got
life,
blue
man.
eyes
I've
on
been
here?
one of
And
these.
be honest, you got
He
blue
won.
eyes, Julie.
You know that.
Well, yeah, I've got blue
Up
eyes.
here in Scotland,
Have
Craig,
you got
man,
blue eyes, AJ?
No, black hair, brown eyes.
Other people in Scotland. Like.
Have you got blue eyes, Jim?
I've got blue eyes, mate. I have.
Jim
Yeah,
was
that's 3 out of 4,
I've
man.
got
3
blue
out of
eyes.
4.
I've got blue eyes.
3 out of 4. Big up the blue eyes, man.
I've got blue eyes.
And big up the brown eyes as well. Sorry, AJ, man. I
Thank
don't
you
want
very
to
If
much.
ever a cunt that can see, man. Go what the fuck.
Peggy,
Right.
congratulations on your wedding. Are you up
Yes,
on my
Peggy.
bridesmaid?
Yeah. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Yeah. Just when I've not listened to Julie, it's only trap. Oh, he knows, Stephen. He knows it is. When Julie say younger, she means back in the time when you took your driving test at a horse and cart.
Hey,
Hey,
Mr.
Mr. English,
Woman,
stop that. I drive a horse and trap.
Woman
Stop
shouldn't be
that.
allowed on the road, man. I crashed into a woman there fucking back in when the COVID started.
Did any
I
of
crashed
you
into
have like
a
a
row
guy
off a
that drove
fucking
around hiring
Craig,
videos
I'm
in a
going to tell
van?
you a story,
Did you
man.
ever have that
Talk
growing
about
up?
woman
We used to
drivers.
have-
Do you drive,
we used
Craig,
to have
man?
the
You
van.
got a license.
We used to have the van, Craig, that came round, right? And he sold like bread and sweets and stuff like that, right? We used to
Yeah,
call him
they did.
Blackfinger Fred, right?
Yeah, and
And when
films.
you went
He
to
used to hire
when you
films. The
well,
one
when
we
you
had.
went to Blackfinger Fred, right, on a Friday, Blackfinger Fred used to come round in his van, right? And he used to have the videos under the counter, right?
Yeah.
And that's
Who
the
the
only
fuck's
time you used to see
Blackfinger
the
Fred?
dads. You used to see the dads coming
He
out
used
on a
to-
Friday
Blackfinger
because
Fred.
he used to do porn.
Come
He
on,
used to do the porn
He
videos.
used to
And
hire the
dads
horror
would go to the
films,
van on a
man.
Friday.
Like, he used to come round in his van. He used to sell popcorn and sweets and pop and that. And you could hire the
Well, where I
videos like
live,
for
I live in a
we
village,
used
Steve.
to call him that, Jim, because he was a scruffy bastard.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I used to
The
live in a
I've
same.
heard
village,
they
so
dropped
This was
we
it.
had
a
no
fat
shop.
I'm
scruffy
not
bloke
heard
as
they.
well. I know
I'm
nothing
not
that
heard
up
they
either. Fat
Blackfinger Fred.
scruffy
I've
bloke.
heard they dropped it, Fred. Right, I've heard
No, we
They've
used to
got
call
the
him
type,
Blackfinger
man.
Fred because he wasn't proper. He wasn't proper. I mean, back in the day, I'm going back like to the 70s, and he used to come round in the van and he used to smoke rollies, and his fucking fingers were all nicotined up, and his fucking fingernails were black.
Yeah. It's
So
still
we
happening in
call
the
him
90s,
Blackfinger
man.
Fred.
Still happening
Well,
in the 90s.
I was
Remember
born
that
in,
pizza,
I was brought up in a village,
delivery
Steve,
thing with
and
the
we had
big
no
phone on
shops.
top? Remember the
Well,
big yellow fucking pizza phone? Like, and it had a big yellow fucking phone on the top of the car, and they used to
Where it is. You
deliver
can where it
pizza.
is. You can what month it is this month. Terry Tackle month.
Dial of,
And I'm
Jim,
like,
what's
Jim,
it called?
Jim,
sorry, I just thought I'd say that. It's LGBT.
Jim, stop that shit, right, please, not on here. I don't want them discussed on my channel, Jim.
I was just saying, man. I was
Jim, I don't care. Don't say it. I was
Yes,
getting through
be
by him
quiet.
and I'll nibble it.
I've got my rainbow flag hanging out the window.
We used to have a fish and chip shop van,
I've got,
and
and the
honest
wee
to
dog's
God, it
looking
was
at
the
I
it.
might
best
do
fish
a
and chip
video
you'd
where
ever
I'm
get.
eating like a massive cheeseburger
Right,
with my
Jim,
teeth in.
nobody can talk because you keep
Sorry.
interrupting them.
Right.
We used to have a chip shop van that used to come to our street. It sold to Beck, and honest to God, it was beautiful. And then it set fire.
I used to
I
own
was
three
thinking, houses.
shop vans, man. Fucking fun.
And we had the pervy ice cream man. We had him,
Oh,
the pervy
right.
ice
Well,
cream man.
where
He
I
was
was
like,
swimming back, they're
If
not
you
there
go
now.
to
The
company
things.
in the house, man, you'll see my chips, free chip shop vans.
all the kids just run up and ask for a free bubbly, a free penny bubbly. Everyone,
Yeah.
all the kids, you got a free penny bubbly.
but we used to get when we were kids,
And he
right?
stopped giving them out.
Like Pervy, the ice cream man, right? He used to have like the you know, the whipping machine, right?
Yeah.
And he used to get like a little lolly stuck in the top of it, right? But like, if the pervy ice cream man fucking hated you, or you were an ugly kid, you never used to get like the free ice cream lolly at the top of your
Alright,
ice cream.
fucking
Do you know what I mean?
Have you ever
Yeah,
watched
man,
June the Fat? Has anybody
I never
ever
fucking
watched
got one.
June the Fat? Well, yous are all fucking. Yous aren't Scottish. So you've never watched June the Fat? Has any of yous watched June
Aye,
the Fat?
chewing the fat. Aye.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aye, can you remember when the wee guy went, he's like, fucking, and he got a switch, he's got a switch in the fucking.
He's a
evening,
swatchy, yeah,
Snuggie.
fanny.
He dropped the ball of juice. That was fucking quality.
I used to like that. I'll tell you what else I liked as well.
Have you ever watched Two Doors?
Two Doors down with Mary doll. Aye, Jim, it's funny as fuck. The posh woman in that, innit? And Mary doll has me ill. I'll tell you what else I like as well. I like Still Game. I love Still
Mitchell, I
Game.
love that show. Good evening,
I love
Snuggie.
it. I love
Oh, I
it.
do.
Well, we've got quality comedy up here, man. These dickheads, didn't it? Well, Craig.
I liked. I tell you what else I liked, Jim. I liked Gary the Tank
Is it
Commander.
Wales you come for, Craig, man? Is it Wales?
No, Craig comes from. He's a Brummie man.
It's Brummy Jim.
No,
Brummie, is that
Yam.
Birmingham.
Birmingham?
No, Yam.
Yeah.
Is that not in Wales? I thought that
Good
was
evening, Nostalgia. Hope you well, love.
He's like
That's the
Barry.
second biggest city in Britain, isn't it?
I'm about 10 miles away from Birmingham.
That's where a lot of people think my accent's from, Birmingham. And it's not.
A little bit like it.
Craig, I don't think we sound anything alike.
Yeah, you know a yam
I sound
yam.
like a farmer,
You know a yam.
apparently.
Yes,
When you
he's
said
a yam
that,
yam.
then, when you did
It's a
say
yam
that,
yam Cindy, man.
Birmingham.
Nah, it's not fucking Birmingham, is it? A yam yam's outside Birmingham.
Yeah,
That's
10
a
miles.
Danny G, innit? He's a Danny G.
Really though,
But
10 miles. He's still 10
Sounds like
miles.
Danny G,
Nothing, is
man.
it
He
really?
does.
You know what I mean?
But the
We're
thing is,
all-
you get different accents, like Brummie and Craig, right? He doesn't live in Birmingham outside, but his accent to people from Birmingham, it'll probably be a
It's
bit different.
Thank you,
It's the
Kitty.
same as us.
It is.
It's the same as us Geordies from like Mackhams or Smoggies. Do you know what I mean? We might sound the same on different things, but we can tell where each other's from.
I'm a snob.
Yeah.
See, when you come from Scotland and that, you talk like me. I'm a snob for Scotland. That's
You're a Glaswegian, are you, man?
Shade off.
Jim, I'm calling
Embarrass me,
bullshit
man.
there,
Don't
Jim.
embarrass me, man. I'm in between. I'm like Terry
Alright.
Tucker. I'm a
The only reason I said
Jim?
that is because you sound like
Jim?
that guy off the
Sorry.
Jim,
Simpsons,
hang
man.
on, Craig. Jim, stop saying that name on my live.
But
Jesus.
I'm in between Glasgow and Edinburgh, so I'm an in-betweener. You ever watch that programme?
Yeah,
Nice.
man, I watched them all, man. Yeah.
He's a chucked up Peggy eye.
Why was you watching
bloody
it, man?
choked on him.
Tell him.
I bet you were watching it the same reasons I was.
Google it, map it, Craig, man. Google map it. I'm in between Glasgow and Edinburgh, man. So I'm an in-betweener in the Scottish market.
In more ways than one.
Nah, I'm just sucking. I'm got to build the wall. I'm going to build the wall. Like.
They tried that once, Jim. It didn't work.
Right. Now, if you get independence, Jim, and there's a wall built, how are you going to get over there? You can't believe the climb a wall.
31 seats at this next general election, man. And I hope it's the fucking cunt. See the cunt that's running fucking SM. He's an MP for fucking Bathgate. And he's a dickhead, man. I can't even remember the cunt's name, man. But he's a dickhead. And all Pelos is his seat, man.
I think there's a few kind of lose.
Opinionated Jim,
Do you
man.
see what they've done to Nigel Farage?
I don't know what you're
Come on,
talking about.
fuck. You didn't
It's an
explain.
opinion, eh? We're all opinionated.
What's your opinion on Nigel Farage, Craig, man? Go on.
I like Nigel.
Can you find things at the guy, man?
I think he's needed. Yes, I think he's needed, but I think he's a grifter. Like, you know what I mean? I just don't trust.
I like Nigel Farage.
He goes out the EU.
I think now people are starting to realise that the EU, right? None of them were elected. None of them, right? And look at what Europe's in.
Labour's going to win, and he's just doing it for a cash grab, I think.
Can these dickheads in Scotland, man? Can I say something? I'm just going to explain it. These fucking lunatics in Scotland that Peggy used to vote for or want to leave the United Kingdom, a union of
Yeah,
thought,
I know.
right?
Yeah.
Northern Ireland, Wales, England, and Scotland. Scotland's want to leave that and join a union of 27 and call it independence. And I'm like, what
I
the
don't
fuck
agree
is all
with
that
that.
about, man?
We're
That's
stronger together, man.
and they've
Stronger
got
together, I think.
they've got a Ricky mental cunts here in Scotland that actually believe that bullshit, man. And
The thing
just
is, the
like
population in Scotland, for the whole of Scotland,
that,
compared to like England, Wales, you know, including Northern Ireland, it's very small.
I'll need to cut, if we get independence, I'll need to cut down in my Bacardi, man.
We'll just get on to whiskey.
Everything will cost fucking, I'll be good. See,
The drink custom is a lot more expensive in Scotland anyhow. I mean, the drink in Scotland's the drink in Scotland is more expensive than in England.
I'm not going to brag about it, but we can't survive without the Englishman. Near can the Welsh and near can the Northern Irish country. So it's just
Exactly, Phil. Exactly,
and
Phil.
the only way the English put up with Scotland is because the 2 nuclear weapons bases are in Scotland. It's as fucking simple as that. One's on where America up in Coalport, the other one's in Fast Lane. That's fucking got the
Just have to
UK.
visit the
And the
big boardroom.
it's not about oil or fuck all, Craig, man. Get I mean,
I just think it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who gets in. It doesn't matter what they say they're going to do or what they're not going to do. We're all going to pay for it one way or the other.
If we
Exactly.
get independence,
Do you know something, Phil? Hang on, James. Just 1 minute.
We're giving the illusion.
Wait, hang on,
been given
Perry.
the illusion of choice. The illusion
Right,
of
you two
choice.
just-
We ain't got no
just for 1
choice,
second.
man. You know the people who you don't see behind the scenes, the people who run all them big.
Right. I'm going to answer Phil here. Do you know something, Phil? Can you remember there was only once ever one plane that was taken over by terrorists in Russia? And what they done, they went and got the family members, and in front of the plane, they started torturing them. And never again has that happened in Russia either.
Mm-hmm.
They don't check the shit.
Mm-mm.
So we're too scared in this country. This is what it is, because we don't want to be seen. This country doesn't want to be seen as a racist country. Well, then you're making it racist by saying that kind of shit.
Yeah, but the people who are screaming racist and the most racist people.
Peggy, I've done the maths one. I was good at maths one. I used to go.
Have you seen that Antifa? You know that Antifa, right? There's a video of them smashing into a stall today. Like, they the
you didn't get them in Scotland, Craig, man. You didn't get just stop oil.
The thing is, though, right? You look at Antifa in America, right? It was, and then you had the Proud Boys. And did you ever watch that fight where that guy hit that Proud Boy? Jesus Christ, he knocked him out in one shot.
Yeah,
but that's what needs to happen.
I mean, you know,
because if you let
Gavin McInnes and that man, and we all
the Proud Boys, the Proud Boys, the guy who was like top donkey in the Proud Boys, he got arrested and jailed for that attack on the Capitol, and he wasn't even there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
President again,
I mean, did you see that, Jim?
Yes, not if you wanted to be.
Did you see that video?
It's like the January 6th thing, isn't it? There's people in jail over that, like insurrection. What insurrection, man?
I mean,
Biden's son's been found guilty. Jim, you're gonna like this. Biden's son has been Jim. Look at this direction, Jim.
Man. Yeah, go on. I'll let you say it. I know.
Jim, look in this direction. Pay attention to what I'm saying to you. Biden's son has been found guilty and is looking up to 25 years.
But he'll not get it though, please.
They have no choice, AJ. They'll have no choice because I'm telling you now, if they don't put him into prison, there will be riots. I'm telling you.
He's going to get jail, but it
when you're
depends
looking
how much.
When you're looking at a democratic judge, democratic jury, democratic state, right? So when you look at all these things, like where that look what they've just done to Trump, right? And Democrat judge, Democrat jury, Democrat
you
state.
How lucky you've got it, man. I'm fucking.
Time,
but no way.
Jim, let AJ finish what she's saying.
He'll never get as much time as he should. I mean, did you see the video of him today that was put out when there was like a little concert going on, and he just stood there like, and he was like in a world of his fucking own. Do you know what I mean? And then
Right.
he sort
I've
of,
said this
then he
from
sort
day
of
one
looked
with him.
and woke up. The fucking demented old bastard.
Yeah.
Do you know
Yeah.
what I
I've said
mean?
this
And,
from
and
day one.
his son,
He's not running that
Hunter
country.
Biden, right? He's that Burisma, all that Burisma stuff in Ukraine before the war, man. He was
He's
like
not running that country.
having loads of
Biden
money
is
from
not
the
in control
Ukraine
of that
just
button.
before the
Of course
war.
he's not. Of course he's not. And neither is Harris. You know,
No,
I
I'm
don't
telling
I
you,
don't see, right?
All
How
she
can
does is laugh,
how
man.
can
It
you
reminds me of me,
elect
man.
somebody, right, as vice president when they were debating, she was the first one knocked out. She was the
yeah.
first not one knocked out of the primaries, right? How can you make somebody like that a vice president?
You need to watch Pierce
You know
Morgan.
why?
Do you know what I think it is, though?
There's a token,
I
man.
think,
There's the right
Morgan,
colour,
You're right,
man. That's
Pablo.
all it is.
That man.
And there's a
I
woman.
think what
There's
it
a
is,
woman
right?
and there's
That
woman of colour.
fucking
Yeah.
Clinton cunt.
That's why
That
I got it.
Clinton guy
That's
paid
the truth.
850
I
grand.
think they wanted him
Fucking
knocked out. I think with Biden getting
Donald
the
Trump only
presidency,
paid
then what they were hoping
120
for, that
grand
she
to
would take
fucking
over,
but with
that
the
he wouldn't
Jim, you're
survive.
sounding like a
none of
rambling
that.
old
I'm
bloke,
fucking
man.
saying
Just
my mouth.
Definitely.
speak
Listen, man.
slower, man.
Jim,
It's politics like in American politics. When you look at the presidents over the years, look at Kennedy, right? I mean his father was a fucking bootlegger, you know what I mean, and an
yeah,
ambassador, and he got taken out. It doesn't matter how he got taken out by. It was his policies and his principles. Then his brother got taken out. You know what I
He
mean?
got
All the
took out
presidents,
because
I
of what
think,
he
since
said.
then,
That speech, you know,
exactly.
that speech
Yep.
he gave at JFK when he
Yep.
said he's against like secret societies, like and all that kind of thing. That's
Yep.
what got him took out.
What's Joe
Yep.
Biden done except for fucking talk a wreck of shit, man? And he should
and
be in
stick
a care
people's
home.
hair.
He's
That
achieved
cunt
nothing.
should
He's
be in
put the
a
country
fucking
worse
care
than it was
home, man.
before Trump took over. And
No, at least Donald Trump
I
kens what
think,
day
right,
it is.
you know, the
At least he
COVID
kens
thing.
what day it is,
Yep.
man. And he
Jim,
don't
Trump
do
would have
that.
won the
He
election if it weren't for
pays
COVID.
money into the fucking Scottish economy.
but the
Trump
thing
would have
is,
won
He
that
though,
owns 2
election if
golf
it weren't for
courses, man.
COVID.
2 golf
right, you cannot, Jim, you've got to talk one at a time because we can't hear anyone when you're talking of a fork.
Craig
Go on, Jim, you
all
talk.
the time, man. See that, Craig? Yeah, it's all right.
Jim, it's you. Go on, say what you've got to say, Jim. We're all going to be quiet while you say it. Go on.
Picking on me again, Picky, man.
Jim, just told you can talk. Because everybody's
I'm
trying to
just
talk
saying,
at the
vote
same
Donald
time.
Trump. If you can vote in America, vote Donald Trump, man. Didn't vote that fucking sexual pervert, that Joe Biden cunt that doesn't even ken what day it is. He doesn't know what day it is, that fucker, man.
Jim,
Well,
we all agree with you.
you had creepy
He
Uncle
likes
Joe
sniffing
and
children.
drunken
He
Auntie
never
Nancy.
opened. Wait a minute. He never opened a fucking McDonald's in North Korea, man. They were fighting for fucking president or Americans has stepped. Couple of fucking cunts have stepped in there, but they stepped into fucking North Korea, man, and he done a deal.
It was just that though. Trump did a lot more than that. He brought loads of jobs from foreign countries back to America.
What do you think? What do you think of this? What do you think of Bill Gates, Jim? What do you think of Bill Gates?
Oh,
poor standing, man.
Much
Like
money,
he was on a stage at that TED talk, right? And he says the way we deal with depopulation is through vaccines. I mean,
what?
how does
Is
that
that what he
make
said?
sense?
Well, yeah, because that's what they tried to do now, isn't it? Vaccines.
And that's what tried to happen now.
Man. You can find
He done it. He done it. He done it in Africa, didn't he? With the injections that he was given, and women became infertile, and you know the kids were gone blind and stuff like that. And he's buying up loads of frigging farmland. It's the food system. I think they're gonna hit.
He's fucking spent a lot of money on feeding the fucking world. That's about it. Like a lot of folk have said, he's trying to kill off the population. What the
But he did,
fuck's
Jim.
He
did. He did it in Africa. And then he brought out the COVID vaccine. Yeah, nobody was going to take that COVID vaccine. Good evening, Bob. Nobody was going to touch that vaccine, and he knew it.
Let's go red. Look, I fucking did. I did that. What's it called again?
And ain't it funny, man? They were doing their best to get Trump out of office. Well, they want the time to release it when they could fiddle the votes in the fucking postal voting, because they wanted Trump out at any cost, man. And that's when the
COVID bags.
Come on, he's more entertaining than that fucking slow joke cunt, isn't he? He has made an attempt.
It's
Fuck,
not
it makes
just
me
that.
laugh.
I
Like
mean, if you watch
it
programs,
makes
you know,
me laugh. Like it
on
does.
like
It does
Appalachia.
his press
But
conferences.
it's
He doesn't
he's
get
funny,
some
but
cunt
he's
that
funny.
doesn't care what
You know what I
fucking
mean?
it.
He's funny
Another
and
cunt that
scary
doesn't
at the
care.
same fucking time.
He's fucking funny as fuck, man. You need
Do you know
dough.
something,
No, he's
Peggy?
scary as
There's
fuck as
more
well
homeless
because, like,
now.
he's
True.
running
He's
the
going to
Hang on a
sort
minute.
them, and he'll sort the Middle East out. He'll sort the fucking Israel, Palestine. He's like, I'll fucking sort that shit out. He's never
On
explained
about
how.
Biden.
But I take him for his word, man. He'll sort that shit out.
Trump, yeah, Trump.
Hang on a minute,
He's
years like
Biden,
right. Do you know something, Peggy? I have never known more homeless people than there is now.
He gets
Right.
on with Putin
I live
as
in a
well,
small
man.
place. Jim,
He
Jim,
gets
hang
on
on.
with Putin. He
Jim,
gets on with Putin.
They'll let
Jim,
you speak.
let us finish what I'm going to say, right? I have our hospitals where I live. It's only a small place. Cumbria isn't, well, it is, but where our local hospital is, right? I have never known anyone to have to wait 7 hours to see a doctor, and that's what's happening in my town.
Scotland, man, you
I can
need
only imagine
fucking-
what it's like in a big
It's the
city.
same.
Can
It's the same
I say-
everywhere. The
well,
infrastructure,
you-
It's
the
disgusting.
population,
good and
the population has boomed so much, right, with immigration and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, I agree with legal immigration, right? But
Yeah.
the population has boomed so much. The infrastructure in this country is just, it's not here. Do you
No.
know what I mean? We haven't even got the fucking infrastructure. The bang on about
Don't
electric
like
cars
your
and all that. The
finance, man.
infrastructure's not even there for that. Never mind out else.
Do you know something?
know,
Right,
and
the
What
same
they
as
do? You know what they should do, man? In the dark of night, man, they should get them big planes where you can put loads of people on them, right? Give them like enough supplies, man, and just dump them somewhere like
Well,
near
that's,
somewhere in
see
another
if I
country.
become the
'Cause
first
we could
minister
deal
of
with it,
Scotland,
man.
Craig.
We
That's what I'm going to do with all the cunts that vote SNP. I'm going to fucking...
Do you know something, right? I'm going to tell you all something. Right, Jim, give us 1 minute. Jim, 1 minute, please. Right, I was at Benidorm, no Christmas gone, the Christmas before. I went for New Year, right? We came back home on the 3rd of January. We got off the plane at Liverpool, pissing down. So we had to stand outside to get through to customs. There was another plane came in. Now, we're all told that these people come in on boats. It's all lies. They come on planes.
Planes as well.
One big
Now I've
plane.
seen that.
Hang
I've seen
on.
that. I've
So
seen
we
it.
were standing in this queue, pissing down with him, and they all had cover, right? There was like an alcove bit there, we're all standing in. Nothing against them. Don't give a shit, right? If you want to come in, come in. I'm fine with that. But then this guy come up to us and he said, right, you'll all have to wait till we get these people in. And this scouser went, I don't think so, mate. Our plane came off first. We stand the pissing rain, they've got shelter. He says, you'll wait till we get in. Then he came to me and went, don't even look at me. So I went to this woman behind us who was standing there with walking sticks. Now, I had already said to her, look, you go ahead, you can get in front of us all. She went, no, but my family's here and I don't want to, and I said, okay. Oh, thank you, Cindy. I'll see you soon, hopefully. And then she went, Claire, and I went, no, you're not going, Claire. She was the last group that was there. I said, no, you wait. So we get in, everybody's got their own passports out and what have you. Every single one of them had a pair of brand new trainers on, phone, and they had duty free. Well, hang on, you've come from a war zone. Why have you got duty free?
Yeah. It's the same
Why have
here.
you got
It's the same here,
brand new
actually.
phones, all dressed
Yeah.
nice? And I thought, hang on. When my dad came to this country, he had nothing. And I mean nothing. They all had to share their flats. There was like 8 of them to 1 bedroom, right?
Yep.
Because they had to share that many of them because they all couldn't afford the rent because they were waiting for these jobs. Now, my dad was a carpenter and a joiner. But because, he came from a foreign country, he had to take the first job that was offered to him. And that was as being a miner.
When you're fleeing war, you're supposed to stay in the first country that you come
If it wasn't for
to.
the Russians in World War II, man,
No, you're welcome, Jim.
Germany. Simple as that, man. 28 million folk there lost
Yeah.
in World War
So my
II.
dad was in a war camp with the rest of them, right?
We
So when they were
lost 1.5
released, they
million.
had
Now, where
nothing.
they all at? I mean, these hotels, man. Why can't they just get all the hotels, all the people in the hotels, right, and just bung them back on France? Like, you know what I mean? In the middle of the
Well, this
night.
is it.
Like,
We
we've
pay
got a
France a
bigger army.
shitload of money. We pay France a shitload of money to stop all this. So what?
You're right,
So
Peggy.
there, we should be billing France for not doing the job.
But we know where they all are, man. We could just get
They
Big
give
planes
they,
and just dump
the
them off
French
somewhere,
give them a
man.
white sheet to stick on their butt for a fucking sail, man.
They've
Tell you.
broke into the country, you know what I
Tell
mean?
you,
We're my little
those
island.
French
We
are
can't
shite bags,
take
man.
it anymore.
They're
We can't
So,
take
I
it
mean,
no
the thing
The
is,
more.
last
right,
country's won a
I'm
war
a
for
child
the
of immigrants,
winters
right,
was
on both
Napoleon.
sides.
Right, that
My
was the
my
last country.
granddad came over here from Ireland, right? So my granddad came over here from Ireland. My dad came over from Russia. So I'm a grandchild and a child from immigrants, right? So when people say, "Oh, you're against immigration," well, no, I wouldn't be if I was against immigrants because both my parents came from immigrants. One was an immigrant and one was a child of an immigrant. So no, I'm not against immigration. What I'm against is that everybody coming over and just being
Bloody
given
army,
the
an
way of life.
army, man. Where's all the women and children, man? We're missing that part, eh? We? Oh, it's a war.
Well, but you know something? We had some that moved on our street, right? We had some that moved on our road, right? And if they were quite nice and everything, but we didn't know who owned the house, right? Because there was that many people living there. It was just a 3-bedroomed house. So anyhow, then the neighbour was my best friend, and she kept having to phone the council because all our bags got infested with rats because they weren't putting the rubbish in the bin; they were just throwing it outside.
I see him in the flats where we used to live.
Yeah.
He started chucking the
So
rubbish and that shit and
I said,
everything out the
get in
window.
touch with I said, get in touch with environmental health. Then the council phoned and said, yeah, we'll have to teach them how to use the bin. I said, oh, she went, sod off. She said, I've got a 2-year-old grandson who knows how to use a bin. They know what a bin is, so stop trying to dumb them down because that doesn't work with me. She said, that's quite a racist thing you've just said there, lass.
How is he?
She said, no, it's just pure laziness. That's all it was. Ended up getting evicted, right? Because the amount of rats we all were getting was ridiculous, and we ought to pay to get rid of them. So then they said, right, that's it, we're going to start billing them. Hang on. So every time they were going cleaning their rats, they weren't billing them. The first time they billed them, they got a phone call off them and said, yeah, we're not paying for anything. So they ended up getting evicted. But then they left a cat that we've all had to feed.
Yeah.
We've all had to feed this stray cat.
I was saying it's like white people fly tip as well, but they do it on a massive scale, like the immigrants.
See, I'm not against immigration. What I'm against is the fact that the French are letting them over on boats when they're getting paid millions off us to stop that.
Sorry, I'm laughing at what Sean Wilson is. My pal.
Israeli immigrants contribute more to the British per head than the workers.
Try to get back on banter.
Yeah, BBC. Yeah, that's right.
You just got a spot on Banter City YouTube. Stop crawling to Sean. He's not putting you on Banter City.
Jim's been on there twice, and I bet he's never. The only reason Jim is seeing them videos because I send him them.
Oh, I love Sean's Banter City.
Oh, me too.
That food shit to fucking Gordon Ramsay, man. I'm like,
when I was growing up, man, the people who moved in, like, they integrated into the area. You they notice it, like they acted like us, like, you know what I mean. But
well,
now
we had a Polish couple, right? They were lovely. I mean, really lovely. They really were. She would always stand and have a chat with you.
Over here. They're running from countries, but they want to turn the country they've
Their
come
country
into where they've come from. I mean, how does that work?
Well, it's not going to, is it? Because you're always going to have. I mean, listen, I don't care what someone believes in, right? I don't care what God or how many gods they believe in. That's not my concern. I don't care about that. You can believe in, like, the sun. I don't care. That's your belief. You're entitled to that. What I don't want and what I don't like is people trying to ram down my throat that, no, this
I hate them door knockers. Them people that knock on your door, I hate them.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Trying to ram stuff down my throat.
And shit like that.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it.
You're like, just get yourself all ready, like to go to the loo and all that. And they knock your fucking door.
Did you see that video, right, where there was like a Jamaican woman eating a dinner on a bus, right, and a Muslim bloke was filming and saying, "Oh, can you stop eating that, please? I'm fasting. I'm fasting."
I don't know.
Look at that.
Man, that's it.
Do you know my Pablo, right? My dad would never really tell us a lot. It was my mum that told us about what my dad went through and when he first came to this country. Do you know something? all of them, not one, every Friday, they all had to sign in. They had to go to the local police station if you were an immigrant in them days and sign a book. If you left this county, you were to have permission. They weren't allowed to vote. They weren't allowed to travel abroad without permission. It was completely different. And you had to look after your family. Now, my dad's lived here longer than he's lived in his own country. He wasn't allowed to tell his parents he was alive because obviously they were Russian and it would get them in serious trouble, because what happened was when they came to the war, and of course, Germany and Russia were fighting together, right?
Yeah.
So then Stalin found out that Hitler was going to take over Russia after he dominated England. So then he went against him. So all the soldiers, like my dad, who was with certain like German soldiers, what have you, because we, groups together, they were caught as prisoners of war. So when the Americans came in to free them,
man.
when the Americans came into the camp, I said to them, right, you've got 3 choices. You can go back home, but you're going to be shot because you're all classed as traitors. Even though you're a prisoner of war, you're all classed as traitors. Number 2, you can walk to the American camp, or you can walk to the British camp. So my dad and his friends walked to the American camp, but it was full. So then they had to walk to the English camp. And that's how they got here.
Yeah.
But they had no food. They had the clothes on the back, and that was it. They had nothing.
Right.
And all my dad had.
Stalin was a lunatic, man. He was
well, what he done was...
On the whole, Jim.
Yeah, what he done was... With the prisons, he went in the prisons because, of course, all the soldiers were dying. So what Stalin done was...
his son.
What he done was, he went in the prisons and said to the prisoners, right, if you go and fight for your country, when you come back, you're all going to be free men. So they went. But when they came back, he shot them.
Yeah, Russian was horrible to their prisoners when they come back, because if
It
they
was
come
horrible
back,
to everybody.
they thought
Craig,
they'd give information, grab
my
them up.
grandparents
If
had
he
a
come back
farm.
alive, he was a
Two
graft.
were nutters,
Yeah.
man. Stalin was the
My
biggest
grandparents had a farm,
murderer
right?
ever, man.
And
Yeah,
everything they
the
grew...
Japanese cunts killed fucking
No
20
fucking
odd
James,
man.
million
that's that word. What happened was, when they were whatever they were grown, and
history, man. The
like pigs
Japanese
and stuff
killed
like
a lot
that,
of fucking people, man.
what would happen would be they would have to give a high percentage to,
And
and
it's going to
what would
cost
happen
a
with trucks
million
would come.
American lives to invade Japan.
Jim,
So
hang
they
on.
dropped the bomb.
Jim,
Two
1
bombs.
minute. Jim, 1 minute. And then what would happen would be trucks would pull up, they would fill these trucks with food, they would drive off, go to the landfill and empty all the food. The fresh meat and all that food would go to the landfill. It never went back to the people. And that was
And
because of
people,
control.
there's a lot.
That's all
Sorry,
control,
the
right?
cannibalism, wasn't it? There was a lot of cannibalism back then.
Yeah, well,
they had no choice.
More so in Siberia, because in Siberia nothing grows, Craig. Nothing at all. I mean, my dad's sister, she moved to Siberia. She just had a baby. Her husband was, he was a prisoner of war. So she went to Siberia because she knew he couldn't come back to Russia. And she lived there for 3 years waiting for him. And obviously, he wasn't going back.
The only cannibalism that
was
going on was in Leningrad, man, when the fucking Nazis fucking surrounded the place.
Oh, I love that film, just man.
They were eating their fucking own people, man. It was fucking mental.
It's called survival, man.
Yeah, well, that's it. They knew nothing else.
I think that's where McDonald's come from, because the lad that ate was called McDonald. Sorry.
Oh, do you know something, right? I'm not.
Sorry.
My son's best friend, right? She messaged him one night and she said, and she was on about Kentucky Fried Chicken, right? And she said it was a guy called Ken. Well, he set up fucking laughing, right? He went, I swear to God, he said, I think she gets dumber by the day. Right? And he phoned and he said, even my mum is sitting, and she always called me Mama, right? Mama, and obviously you all know what my real name is, Julia. Mama Julia, she said, please don't laugh at us. I said, I swear to God, kid, I give up. Yeah, he called him Ken. That's where the name came from. I love that last bit. Like,
told him
good day, Mr. England.
We're Mr. England.
Anyway, Mr. England. Oh, Teddy, sorry.
Get up early doors, Respect, Paul. Mr. England, fair play, Paul.
My Litland's name, that is.
It's only fucking 20 to 11.
Yes, Jim, but he's got to make some dosh. Because me and AJ are going to tax him soon when his house is built.
He's away to check out his grinder list, man. He's away to check out his grinder list.
No, it means
Fair play,
he's
Paul,
going to work for me and AJ. Because we're going to tax him, we've told him.
Hey, yep.
We're going to take all his dosh off him.
Me and Craig will take the hit, man. Me and Craig will take the hit.
Oh,
Different-
Jim. That won't be
That's
helpful
right,
for you.
different template.
Say that again, Craig. Sorry.
Why join the Jim Smith dating agency, man?
Right, Jim, what are you saying, Craig?
Do you like your true crime and that, like?
Oh, I love my
Like
true
serial
crime.
killer stuff and that?
Good evening, Jaggy.
I
Hey,
bet
tell you
you've
what.
heard of Andre Chikatilo, then, haven't you?
Jaggy Thistles in the
Right,
chat, man.
when I was married, I used to read books on serial killers and whatever, you write, and my ex used to say, "Listen, don't know why you read that shit." Kids were in
Yeah,
bed,
'cause Andre
and I
Chikatilo, man.
I
He was
didn't
like,
even look up. Yeah, I know you mean. I didn't even look up, and I said, "I was just giving us some ideas." You soon shut up then.
he grew up during that time that we was just talking about, like, and his little brother got took an et when he was a kid, and he turned.
Did you? What did they call that film? And it was called it. Oh God,
The butcher.
I can't remember his name. He's a British actor.
Malcolm McDowell's in it. Malcolm McDowell's in it. And like, there's a
Tom Hardy. Right? Did you ever watch that Russian film, Tom Hardy, where he was in the army and they were looking for that serial killer?
Police fancies Tom Hardy, by the way.
Oh, Tom Hardy, look, man.
Oh, he's a bit of rough engine. But he's a bit of rough, but you know what it is about him? He's got that kind heart as well. Tom Hardy.
I first seen him, Julius, right? I first seen him in Martina Calls the Take.
I thought it was Keanu Reeves.
And he was in the Take, right? Which is the adaptation of a Martina Cole book, right? That was the very first time I seen him, right? Yeah. And he acted his arse off in that. And it was really, really good. And ever since then, it's just like, oh, he's old lady Paul, man.
Oh, it's just like,
you know what I mean?
Oh my God, it's just a dream, isn't it? Everything about him is just. Well, I watched that film.
Man. You ever watch Wire in the Blood?
Wire in the Blood. I know that. Where do I know that from? Wire in the Blood.
That was a good series. That was a good series.
Robson Green in it, man. Oh, yeah, I love that as well.
I tell you what I used to like. I used to like all the Linda LaPlante ones. When they used to come on, like the thrillers.
Samantha Fox for our singing. No, for our big boobies. Samantha Fox for our fucking singing list. No, for our big boobies.
Of course, Jim, yes. Because Samantha Fox is like, such a fantastic singer, Jim.
A.K.A. Hagrid, A.K.A. Cracker.
Sean up here, right? I don't know about anywhere else. Sean's just mentioned Greg's there, but up here they have what they call like
season 8 is like Patreon model, I get you
remember when you used to go in the toilet with the fucking page 3 for the Sun? That's all I'm just saying. That's Samantha Fox, man. I mean, can't be the wee ginger cut sitting there. God, fucking Samantha Fox. What the fuck, man?
So I used to think.
I love how we put Tom Hardy in 1 second and then Gaff B in the next. You know what I mean? Tom Hardy, Gaff B. There you are, Gaff. You fucking cracked the kid.
You should be on it.
Can I tell you about Gaff B? I've got a fucking wee secret about Gaff B, man.
He's come second in the GQ Sexiest Man Alive.
You're not going to let me speak, Chris. He got chopped up.
Jim, you've never struck off.
Very nice, very fucking nice, is it?
Craig, Gappy got chopped off the football team because he found a razzle in the fucking a razzle. In the back when he was looking for the bomber, and the cuts like, you're off the team. And he's been on the bench.
I used to think Linda Lusardi was the best looking one. And my friend
Linda Lusardi. I used to have a little, you know who my crush was? My first crush. Remember the Gladiators? Back in the day in the 90s?
Jeff.
Jeff.
Most
guys
one
pick
of the
Jeff.
blokes. It's one of the blokes, wasn't it? It must have been.
And the
Jim.
pink Power Ranger as well. You know, the pink Power Ranger.
Kimberly.
Kimberly, yeah. Her as well, man.
I only know because the kids used to watch it.
No, that's the ones, man. Like in the
It's funny, Sean,
90s.
because she made it big in Germany, didn't she? Like David Hasselhoff. It was another one that couldn't really sing, but he had a massive following in Germany. Still does.
I've got a massive
huge.
following, man. I've got a massive following.
Yes, Jane. That's because they all know you're an ass.
The power of the gladiators.
So what's that every week, Gladiators? And Little House on the Prairie. Oh my God.
The Waltons when I was a kid. The Waltons,
Yeah, the Waltons on a
on
Sunday.
Sunday,
Never
man.
thought about going on the Gladiators show, man. Just they're a new Gladiators, man.
I used to like them late, like used to be on like quite late at night. Can you remember the Chinese like game shows and that? Where they used to, like, can you remember them?
And stuff like that. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. Casey's Castle and used to be on
And do you know something, right?
I used to watch Challenge.
We had a television remote, right? In them days, nobody had television remote. And guess what the television remote was called? Me. Because I was the youngest.
To get up and switch the button.
Yeah, my sister said, we always had a television remote. I said, no, we didn't. She went, yes, we did. It was you. Because you were the youngest. Get up and switch the television over. And then it would be
my
4
pal
channels.
My pal wee Chomsky has big noses remote control.
It was 4 channels, right? And you would have to stand there till they decided what they wanted to watch.
Yeah. I mean, I've just watched a program with people take called from cradle to the grave. God, it was funny as out. It was so funny. And you know, when Jim was talking about Razzle before, there's an episode in it, right, where in like the thingy of Razzle, they used to have like one for the ladies, right, and it was like naked men and all that. And they went in and they went, oh, that's such and such. And, how do you know? He went, because that's his kitchen wallpaper and that's his father's ashes in the urn next to his bed.
So
anybody
I've had to mute him. I've had to mute him because he doesn't stop.
I just muted. Change his name from Jim Smith to Elastic God.
Listen to this. Right, wait for this. Jim? Thank you.
I'm waiting, man. I'm just
letting people speak. I think he's realised then Jim's gone for the drink. That's where he's gone. He's gone to the bathroom.
No, I'm just sitting here fucking waiting on the response.
No, you were. You was doing
what was the response, Jim? Sorry, what was the question?
No, you never shut up unless you're up to something.
And I've been fucking muted in here, right?
Yes, Jim, you had to be muted because AJ was trying to talk and you kept talking over her.
You, Jimmy.
Everybody talks.
Craig got muted before and he's not crying over it. Also got to over the name of Samantha Fox. But I never liked her. Like,
she's gay, isn't she?
Never liked her either.
Yeah, I've heard she's a lesbian, huh?
Yeah.
Who's a lesbian? I like lesbians, man.
Of course you would, Jim. But the lesbians don't like you, Jim.
I reckon as bisexual, though. You know what I mean? I think it's bro.
Ah, yes. Absolutely. See all that fucking alphabet community, man. Pick up the lesbians. That's hell.
It went that way as well,
the rest of the community.
Jim, are you still waffling?
Nah, I like lesbians.
Yeah, of course you do, Jim, but they just don't like you, Jim. The lesbians.
You like lesbian or lesbians?
Craig, we just let him waffle. That's what we do. That's what we do. We just let him waffle till he's done. Don't we, Jim? Now, see, the thing is, if I was on Jim's channel, right, I'd have jumped off by now because I can't get a word in for him.
I'd be a lesbian. If I was a woman, I'd be a lesbian, man.
Oh my God,
Stephen. Have you seen what Stephen's put there? My prime joy was humping my man's mom.
Maybe. Stephen.
You dirty little dog. I'm telling you, the pink of I love her. Oh, she's fantastic, Picky, isn't she?
No, JMU, no. John Boyce tunes his army's top mod.
Paul how to fucking carpet munch 141 ways. Do you hear that shit? Do you hear that?
Jim,
And they call
Jim.
me a pervert, man. Come on, you fuck, man. I never
Jim.
said.
I think Jim's got one of them basements.
How
like
did we
inside the
go?
land,
How did we
man.
go from television programs
No,
to
I
Samantha
was
Fox
on
to
that.
Jim loving
West
wanting to
England.
be a lesbian?
It's
Where the
just
fuck-
Jimmy Waffles.
Where the fuck did
Samantha
that come
Fox
from?
brought the
I'm
lesbian
blaming my
thing
pal,
into
my
it.
All
friend.
right, thank you, Craig.
Jim, you're talking about you, man. And I watched it. Oh, fuck it.
I'm that old. I've got
Paul
dementia.
Allen says he can do the carpet munching 140 ways. And I'm like,
I said that.
Muff diver.
Aye, carpet munching,
I
man.
didn't know there was 140 ways to do the same thing.
Me neither. I'll have to
I
check it out.
But we don't know.
Paul Allen doing a fucking 141 ways of carpet munching. That could get some views, man. Jesus, right? Changes like that. I'm
you
like,
get some views, don't
changes
you?
in
Really? On your lives there, Jim. You get quite a few, don't you, views on your lives.
Oh, just, do you know, somebody else said that's where I was at as well.
That's
I've
not
noticed,
Craig,
man,
I'm
I've
not
noticed.
earning any money of it.
Said what?
I know.
Somebody said,
I
yeah,
could have earned.
wait,
I could have earned like £6 off my video, Craig. Video so far.
It's not worth the
I just say
hassle.
money.
Is he,
Just no money, man.
I like playing music, Craig, man. You can't play
Oh,
music
right,
if
Jim,
you've
you're right.
got your
I get you.
yeah,
I get
Yeah.
you. I get you.
no, I
Who
don't,
fucking
because I
does?
think John Boy tried to jump on things once.
John Boy, man, fucking hell. Hey, that the Waltons.
I was, I.
Yeah, I love that show,
Yeah,
I did.
that's what
Can
used to
you
be on a
remember the
Sunday, man.
Waltons,
You know,
Craig?
when
I
you're
can
bored
do
on
that.
a Sunday as a kid and
Night
no one's
John
playing
Boy,
out
man.
like or
Night
whatever.
John Boy.
And the
Aye.
Waltons was on. That's what I used to have to
Budgie
deal with,
Davis
man.
outside your house taking fucking photos, man.
I
Right,
did, I used to love
I
that
know.
show. I used to love that. A little house on the prairie, top of the pops on a Thursday night, and on Sunday night you'd be in the kitchen recording the top 40.
I can just keep.
I used to
Yeah,
like.
I did that on tape. I used to record the top 40 on
Yeah,
tape
every
like every
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Me and my
Aye.
sisters would be making dances up in the dining room. My mum would be in the living room watching television, and my sister would run through, "Mum, come watch us dance." She'd go, "No, you're all right." She knew it was shit.
Firestarter was one of the
Vote
ones.
for the 4th of July.
Firestarter by
6th of July,
Prodigy.
man.
Number
Everybody,
one.
can you
Like,
please try not to forget that it's Jim's birthday on Thursday. Please don't forget.
Bah, no bother.
I
Craig's
remember
voting for. Who
the
you
first-
voting for, Craig?
The first 45 record I bought, right, was
Yeah.
Something Else by the Sex Pistols, and on the other side was Friggin' in the Riggin'.
I wouldn't give
And I
Oh, I
woman a
remember
vote.
that. Mine
I
was the
remember
mine was the
She said
Stranglers.
to me, man, I wouldn't give
was
woman
hell
a
on.
vote.
we should get the hour price from our
Didn't give woman a
hour
vote.
price from our singles, man. Remember them?
Aye. 10 pence.
That's what I used to get.
You know
I used
what?
to buy
Take it,
single
you vote,
tapes, man. Every pop song, I
vote
loved
for
them,
it.
man. You know what I mean? I even bought Barbie Girl.
Oh
for a
my
pound.
God, Craig, come on.
Oh, that's
I was
that's
only
my
a kid.
youngest
I was a
grandson,
kid
right?
at the
He's only
time,
5.
man.
He's 6 this
I
year,
was only a
and
little
that
kid.
is his favourite song, his favourite tune.
Yeah, he's a
When he
full of
comes
it.
up here, he'll say, "Nan, can I have your phone?" And I know, I can't let him on my YouTube, for God's sake, I can't. So I'll say to little bear, put his song on for him, will you? Because, Jesus, could you imagine him jumping on my YouTube, saying all the crap that I follow? Jesus.
I tell you what.
No, man, I've had some weird things like that. You got to say,
Well, I
nah,
have some music. I have music on private, say. And
yeah.
so it's what it is on the private music. It was for my son's funeral, right? And I can't listen to them, but they're all there. So when my little granddaughter comes up, she wants to listen to them.
Scotland vote Labour.
Aye.
Oh, fucking, they'll win that.
So I'll look at him and he'll go, "It's all right, I'll take it outside." So little bear will take it outside and play them, but they're still on my privates on my YouTube.
Mm.
All right,
Aye.
Pablo, Paul.
He was
Well,
now, can I just say
music.
this about
Pablo,
Labour, and I ain't going to
the
mention
president
politics
does
again
that.
because it's too late. You just mentioned Labour, Jim,
Good
right?
night, GMU.
Labour is a
Good night,
bad thing to happen to
Good night,
this
love.
country. Shall I tell you for why? Look how bad of a job Sadiq Khan has done, right, in London. Look how bad it's
You
been,
want to
right.
talk about
Nah,
Yeah.
but he's been
bus
nominated. Nah, let me
No,
driver?
finish.
Oh,
James,
Let me
my
finish.
dad's a bus
James,
driver.
let him.
You
Hang on,
want to
Craig.
talk about?
He's
I
been
cannot
James,
nominated again. He's been nominated
James,
again, so that means there's an Islamist. The Labour Party has been took over by Islamists. Like, huh?
He's a dickhead, man. That
can we not
fucking
talk about
bloody
politics?
wanker.
James, don't
That's
Well,
talk
all I
about
wanted to
politics. It's
say.
fucking
Ken, what
boring.
he's doing, he's picking on the cunts that can't afford a fucking new car. That's happening there, man. Any cunt that's got a fucking diesel car that's under
Craig, where you're going?
2015 is getting charged £12 a fucking day to go into London, man. I'm like, what the fuck is all that about? They're doing it in Scotland now. Fucking, they're
Oh,
doing
I
it in
don't
Scotland
know.
and
I don't
Edinburgh.
know, right? I don't know. It's haram for like a
It doesn't
Muslim to have
affect me,
a
Craig.
car in like
Craig.
finance. Did you?
It doesn't
Right.
affect me,
Can we,
man,
can we
because
do?
I've
Can
got
we just
a back car. So
right? Can we just change the subject,
No,
please? Because no
Gillies.
one's ever going to
After
agree
this,
on
I gonna.
politics.
Did you know that though, Gillies? That there's like haram is called, like to have finance in the Muslim culture. So then they pay no finance for anything.
Jesus, no, I didn't know that either.
It's
No,
the same as
they
the
told me the
Amish.
other
The
week.
Amish are the same, Craig. The Amish are the same. The Amish,
Yeah,
the
but
Amish.
they because they don't own all the bloody shops, don't they?
no, just all the farms.
Yeah, you look at the like so. The thing is, though, they're prepared for anything. The Amish, aren't they? They have no
Aye.
electricity,
Yeah.
right? They can build anything. They
Yeah.
can
We've
cook
got
anything.
Scotland, man.
Yeah.
It's called the SNP.
Oh,
And the
shut
Green
up,
Party.
you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Tell
You and
you,
your SMP. I'm going to buy you a T-shirt saying, I love the SMP. My name is Jim.
Nobody loves the SNP, man.
I think Jim's going to stand for them next election.
Oh, Jesus.
Nicholas,
God.
wait a minute. Nicholas Sturgeon's went away and asking
Credit
Paul
is
Adam.
haram.
But Nicholas Sturgeon's
Buy your
away.
car
How
here.
do you? She's a lesbian, like, I mean, she goes out with a fucking French fucking.
Craig,
And
have
I'm
you seen
like,
all them abandoned?
Oh, every
Have you
go
seen
with
all
his-
them abandoned ones?
she stole 600 grand off Peggy and our independence pals. They go away and get
There's car
it.
dealers
Yes,
out
right,
there.
that's
There's
about it.
halal car dealers, right, where they don't have to pay any interest. So that's another thing they get away with, man.
Have you seen all the abandoned
Take
cars,
one.
like outside Dubai and places like that?
Yeah,
Fucking,
because
like
of that.
fancy cars and all that, just
Yeah.
abandoned.
Yeah,
Take,
yeah.
man.
take, I'm a fucking British guy, man. Right, simple as that. I want to be United Kingdom. I don't want to fucking. I'm one of this independence shit, man, because they're all mental. They're all fucking zombies, man. They're listening to a lot of shit, man. But
And
there's
this
too
is
Right,
many.
if
this
you
is the
go,
worst
Too many
time you want to
Stolen in
split
people
up.
England.
listening.
This
if
is the
you go
worst
to
time in
certain,
history you want to split up the United Kingdom.
Nah, you can't do that, man. You can't fucking do it. We had a vote already, Paul. Fucking had a vote. 400,000 votes. That's a lot of people. There's only 5 million people in
We need
Scotland.
each other now, man. Ireland, all of us, all of Ireland, and our island.
Ireland's the same, man. They can't go independent because it doesn't work out economically. The same with Wales. Fucking Wales when they survive without England. We survive with England. It's as simple as that. And anybody that doesn't realise that shit, man, is off a fucking.
Well, it's the banking capital, it's where all the money is, isn't it?
We're not saying that you're fucking like sending all that money off.
so none of us are going to agree on politics. Well, what we all want is everybody to be united and our own to be looked after. It's pretty bad when it's our soldiers.
But no way join the EU again, man.
Hang on, Jim. It's pretty bad when our soldiers come back from Afghanistan and Iraq and any war zone, right, and they haven't got a home to live in and they're living on the streets. That to me is the worst thing. It's disgusting. Right. We don't look after our armed forces. We never have. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Right.
It's
like when you pay your council tax and all that. You're getting no back for it.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, getting your bins emptied once a week.
The green waste. Have you paying for that now? to be
No.
took.
No.
It's
Green-
coming. The world take it. We have to pay for it now for the lawn
Yeah,
cuttings to be took. Man.
Who's we? Who's we?
Oh, not you, Jim. Who's English?
we have like a rubbish bin, a recycling
You
bin, and a
talk about
garden waste
taxpayer,
bin.
man.
But we've got to pay for the garden waste bin.
Yeah,
We-
but we pay council tax, and
Yeah.
we've got to pay extra
Yeah, we
for
have.
the
It's
green
25
bin to
quid.
be took. Yeah,
And
that's it. Yeah,
it's only between March and October.
Yeah.
And it's 25 quid. And they
Very
won't, if
much
your bin
more-
hasn't got a sticker on from the council to say you paid
that's
it,
the
they won't
sticker.
take
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I've done that
So
too.
we've got that.
Get how much my council tax a week is in Scotland? £4.87.
Well, good for you, Jim, because it's not that, are you?
I know.
£4.87.
But Jim, what's your business rate tax for the fish shop?
I'm paying
So we
fucking
don't have
extra
that
for
bin thing. We
I'm
don't
going
have
to
that
get
extra
some
in our
crabs in
bins.
there.
They
You
just
know,
check
I'll get
ours.
some crabs in there as well. It's good.
My friend lives down
Lobster.
south. She's got a rubbish bin, a recycling bin, a grass bin, and a food scrap bin.
Well, I have. We have our cardboard bin. We have our bottle bin. We have our garden bin, and we have our food waste.
And I'll just put all my rubbish in any bin. I didn't wash my tins like fucking pisshead Bobby. Get me who washes her tin.
I do, Jim. I don't want the bin.
I don't want flies and maggots freaking swarming round like Bev's house when I got the fucking bin. You know what I mean? Fucking hell, man.
I wash my empty
I
milk
check
plastic
my
bottle.
bin in case fucking Mad Lunny's in one of them. In case that bastard jumps
What do they call him? What's Sesame Street that lives in the bin? Is it Oscar? Oscar the Crow.
Bobby
Yeah,
knew where that
Oscar
bin
from
came
Sesame
from.
Street.
Bobby knew.
Yeah, I don't want my bin stinking. I even buy that bin deodorizer that you can, that powder you can put in your bin.
Ken what killed me, man, when he said, I've got all this fan mail and it fucking turn up the old woman's bins. Fucking turn up 3 bins, man. I'm like, you're fucking kidding us.
Well, Asia has her own thoughts on that.
What do you know about this Paul Anning and that business? Because I ain't going to make a video on it because I don't know enough.
Craig, absolutely nothing. Just what's put online. I don't. Let's be honest, guys. Until the police are involved, none of us are going to know exactly because there will be a police number, and if he does go to the police, he will put it up, no doubt. And if that's the case, then we know that there'll be, and then he will tell everybody actually what's happened. Or if it hasn't been that way, then we won't back down.
But like, even so, man, like,
It's
if he's
in the
like,
name.
he
Craig,
knows what
it's in the
Dave's
name,
like,
man.
Fucking
Dodgy
hell, man.
Dave.
Why?
It's in the fucking name. You can't come on here and claim victim when it's in the name, man. He's dodgy,
man.
and his name's
not
Dave.
when he's already done it. To like,
what the fuck? I didn't like Kenny the two, though.
Like, you know.
I didn't Kenny the two, though, Craig. But I think they're a
Fact
very
is, right, we're not going to really know the truth. I mean,
But I'll tell you what. I'll tell you
No,
something.
but if he's been
That
claiming
fucking
stolen
dodgy
valor,
Dave
man,
never
like he
talked
deserves it,
about
in
my
my
kids,
opinion, man. You know what I mean? If he was just like a innocent guy, I'd be thinking, yeah. But like this stolen valor thing, if that comes out like to be true,
well, it's illegal. It is illegal to do that, actually.
Right.
It is illegal.
What I don't understand, right? There's a guy I know who used to live in my village, right? He was SAS and he's an author, right? I'm not going to say the kid's name, the man's name, but he was an author, right? Now,
yeah.
If people can come out and write books and everything now that they're out and all that, and I've got family members that are in the armed services as well, they would turn around, not that anybody has to prove anything, right? But they would turn around and, my cousin shows his para cap and his para badge and, another one is, there is things that you can do to sort of to prove that you were, but nobody has to prove anything. But if you're saying something, if you're saying something, then you have to prove it.
Hang on, Jim.
Jim,
Let's hear Jim finish.
Like a big crowd. If you're saying it to a big crowd, like it changes.
If you put something out there, then
if you're at the pub with your mates, like saying, "Oh, I've been doing," fair enough, man. It's the guy who's like telling his tales in the pub, but this is a bit different, eh? Because people are going to look into it and stuff like that. on YouTube.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. I don't
It's
get.
never been
I mean,
Vietnam.
over the years, there's been a few. Like I say, I've been on here for what 8 years, and I've seen a few that have said that this and that
Go
and
watch
the other.
Smackhead
You know what I mean?
Stacy's video, man. It's quite funny, actually.
Yeah, I've seen it earlier on.
I was
What it
cringing
is,
at it earlier.
when it was happened, I think, I mean, at some
Gangster
stage we'll all
Granny's
find
got,
out.
can I say something? Gangster
Go on,
Granny's got banned for the fucking Julian Chapman. I'm like, what the fuck's going on there? What the fuck happened there?
Oh, when did that happen?
My pal Gangster Granny's in the chat. He got blocked for fucking, well, I think it is. But he got blocked for fucking Julian for the Gangster Grannies.
I thought they were there last night.
Have you got like
No, I'm
there's an
saying
account.
Gangster Grannies in the
Is there
chat.
anything
There's an
he's
account.
Oh,
He
the
got
person in the chat,
Aye,
you mean?
yeah.
Got blocked
Yeah.
for fucking,
Well, yeah, but it ain't like that, Jamie. They're going to get blocked if they go over there. So, you know. But no, I mean, let's be honest. We're not going to find out everything unless it comes out, unless the police have been involved in it. That's the only way people are going to know exactly what was said and what was done. But I think the fact that women have been mentioned, I think that's what's pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah.
You know, the fact they said if people are going to borrow money to people, that's on them. That's between them. That's none of my business. What is my business? And I think everybody else is on it is if someone's paid someone to go after women, because that should never happen and there should be no excuse for that to happen. But at the same time, we don't know if that has actually happened. One's saying it has, the other one's saying it hasn't. Until there is a police investigation, we're not going to know. Because if there is a police investigation, guess what? These ladies will be contacted.
Yeah.
And then ladies will come out and say, yeah, the police I've contacted us.
Yeah, man. Because,
But
like,
no
Dave
one
said
on
he
this planet
fucking-
should be
he got
paying
shot at,
anyone.
man.
We shouldn't be paying anyone to go after anyone.
What the fuck? Dodgy Dave got shot at, man.
Looney.
Batwinder command, apparently.
And
And if you believe that, you believe anything? Because, like,
The thing
I
is, right,
remember, I'm
at the
like
end of the
old
day-
school on this. I've been around, man.
At the end of the day, none of us know.
Come through Dave's window and left somebody with 18 stitches. It's the same kind of, and he got shot at. It's the same kind
I
of
don't
thing,
believe
man.
that anybody got shot at. Well, it's only, I think somebody else has come out already and said, no, that didn't happen. It wasn't shot at, it was a pitchfork, somebody said before in the chat.
Yeah, it was like a spear. Somebody made a comment on somebody's thing, and it wasn't shot at. Paddy apparently went in and made a comment and said no, it was like a pitchfork or a spear thing, metal spear thing that he lobbed at the car, that broke the window. Like I said before, standing on the side of the A69 with a shooter, I don't think so, because there's too much traffic,
Oh yeah, far too much traffic.
Just settle down now, you know what I mean? Going up Paddy's farm and shit like that. If he has done
But this
it,
is what I'm saying. Right, we've got no right. Anyone on YouTube, you've got no right to go to anyone's door or look for anyone, right? Unless you two arrange a meet-up, right? That is the only time anyone should be meeting up with somebody. If you disagree,
they owe him a lot of money. If they owe him a lot of money, I can understand somebody turning up at somebody's house. Like,
yeah, but the thing is, Craig, if that's the case, then you get in touch with the police and they'll get your money back.
Yeah. Oh, gangster! I don't want to end up under a patio.
No, but
don't put me under the patio.
Money, that's the only thing I can picture.
I don't think anybody should be looking for people. Right?
No.
If you're looking for folk on YouTube, there's something sadly wrong. Come on. Give yourself
over words, over words. But if they owe you like a substantial bit of money, I can understand. Like, I could understand why certain people would do.
Oh yeah, don't get us wrong. But the thing is, well, as far as we all know, the Paul hasn't gone looking for anybody. And if he's owed the money, he hasn't gone and done that.
So, I think this is going to go on for a long time. This is going to play out for a long time. I think more.
I don't think we're going to find out tomorrow.
No, more stuff will come out.
Yes, they do will.
Man, because we've never been on the cash cow. Liam Carey's got
Liam.
He flashes up,
but I don't think we'll ever find out exactly what happened and who done what.
Liam Carey's a fucking he talks. I've never seen that guy say a dirty word once. Not fucking once.
Frog, we'll keep you safe. Right, there's a genuine concern in the chat. Right, poor Froggy. Yeah, I hope I do not get targeted for my fishing rods. We'll keep you safe, Frog.
We'll
It'll
keep
cost
you
your
safe.
mind. Good evening,
Thank you, man.
Chemical.
And
I
the
hope you're
good
well.
ones, like,
I'm good.
and the good quality. I
You
might have
must
a buyer for them, man.
Me and
Only
AJ might pack
joking,
them.
fish, right?
I will
But as I say, I don't think anybody's going to find out. I really don't.
I
I
think
it's
this
going to be.
and that it's going to go on for a while.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to be asking questions about this.
Like,
I
it
think
looks
a
mad
lot of
though,
people,
Joey.
yeah.
It does look mad though, like.
Do you know what it is,
Dave,
right?
right? He's took $2.5 off Jimmy, right? In the spite, and now he's took another 1,000 off that person, and give it like a year or two. He's gonna
Imagine
there's
hitting
gonna be
that
another
Lindsay
victim,
Gill as
man.
a pal,
There's gonna be another victim.
unless your name's Paul.
It's
Imagine hitting Lindsay Gill as a pal.
We could talk about this for hours on end, but I'm telling you now, none of us are going to find out until
It's all
the
about
involved.
patterns, isn't it? It's all about the patterns, release, man. It's all about the patterns.
The thing is, right, stop lending money to people. That's all you have to do, Paul. Don't lend anybody shit. Because I don't.
I know, but like, you don't know what he's doing behind the scenes to like manipulate him, do you? Mr. Double D.
So this is what I'm saying, Craig, right?
We'll
We're
never
in
know.
two sides, two different sides.
Right.
We're not going to know the truth until, as I say, the police are involved, if the police don't get involved. And the thing is, stop borrowing money. Don't give anybody anything. Keep your money for yourself. You want to give it away, give it to charity.
That'll give people money, saves you a lot of hassle.
Don't listen to Joyce, man. Fucking just
Shut up, Jim, you old ass.
No, but I can see the downside to this, because it shakes your faith in humanity. Because there's good people out there who might need like a bit of that, and they would pay it back. So it's a double-edged sword, man. It
See, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Good evening, Jimbo. I wouldn't borrow anybody anything on YouTube. Why would you?
Yeah.
You know,
I think as well. There's a lot. There's been a lot going on. A lot goes on in the background. You know what I mean? That nobody knows about. It's between two people, and then that one person will say something. It's and then like they have a. I mean,
the background.
It's all done in the background, and they're talking offline and stuff like that.
Chainsaw in the background, Craig, man.
Thank you, Pablo. I think it's goddamn awful.
Every time I do a live, I got a chainsaw in the background, man.
I swear to God, Jim, I'm going to kick your ball.
I'm going to stop coming on yours, Jim, man, on your channel, because you keep leaving me there. Like, I'm going to give you a time limit next time. If you don't, I'm just going to fuck off.
But this is it. We're not going to find out exactly what happened. All we can say is the money was there was money given, and that should never have happened. Good evening, Wishy. That should never have happened.
Because
from now on, don't give anybody anything. Keep it to yourself. If you want to give money to charity,
no, but it's YouTube news, you're going to talk a little bit about it.
Oh, we're talking about
we were saying, Craig, once it comes out on social media, everybody's got an opinion, everybody's got a different opinion, and people are allowed to speak their opinions. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's just a fact. It's just a fact to see, and I think this is going to play out for a long, long time. I think other people are involved, will be involved in it, or get dragged into it.
Keep it quiet, wouldn't they?
You know what I mean?
Keep it behind the scenes, like so. They must want some people talking about it. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, I think it got to the point. The way it's coming out now, I think it got to the point where somebody was a bit desperate to get the money back. That's the way I'm looking at it, and I don't blame that person for being desperate to get the money back because it's a lot of money. This is not 20 quid. This is not £100. This is over £2,000. So I think they've got to be desperate.
I'm just using his words.
And I think maybe they were open by shaming someone. They would get it all back.
Greg,
I don't. But I know it was getting paid back, so I don't know. I have no idea.
Where's Greg? Got a spanner jealous, man. Where's my pal, Greg? Because I tried to get
Jim, right? I would have just told you before. Everybody's losing the Spanish soon, Jim.
Greg.
The only spanner would be a use to me is I won't be able to get blocked, would I? You can't block somebody with a spanner.
Everybody's losing the Spanish soon. I don't need more. Nobody comes in here trolls me.
No,
well, I had one last time, but he stayed because he enjoyed it that much. They were just having a crack. So I
Well,
don't
that's it.
need managing.
I think there should be more. There should be more channels, right? That instead of slagging people off and screaming and shouting abuse and stuff like that, just come in and have a bit crack.
Well,
Do you
this
know
is
what I mean?
the
You
one
may not
people.
like it, you may not agree with it, but have a. I mean,
But I
right?
like to
Typical
report
example,
like
right,
the
Craig?
stuff
I'm going to say
as
to
well.
you, Craig, right? I take the piss, right? I take the piss when you're in gyms, right? But tonight, I fair enjoyed the conversation with you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Am I going to stop bantering and taking the piss? No, because I don't say anything nasty. You know what I mean? I've enjoyed the banter with you tonight. It's been good.
What I watch, but
But I'm going to buy
Oh,
Jim
Jim,
now,
shut
like
your
that.
hole.
James, right, there's 52 people. Right, we've got 52 people watching, and there's hardly any of them commenting. You're more than welcome to come in and say hello. Nobody's going to time you out. Nobody's going to block you. Everyone's allowed to come and say hello.
Yeah.
Nobody's
And
going to
definitely-
target you. Nothing. I can promise you that. If you want to come and say hello, come and say hello.
Man. And Craig's already.
Nobody's going to time you out. Nobody's going to say. I think a lot of people though are scared to come
Definitely, Phil.
in.
Does you want
Like,
it under the thing or the rock?
You've wrangled Jim tonight, though. You've stopped him
Only
fucking
Jim.
keeping
They
on
called
about
me
a
only
certain
Jim
fucking
now, man.
thing,
Only
And
fish.
you know what I
They
mean?
told me
do you know what I think it is though, right, AJ? I think a lot of people are scared to come in because then the group that they're with might say, "What were you doing in there? You know, look who's in there talking to them." Yes, Cindy, of course, yeah.
This is the
Graham,
thing, right?
you do dishes. Do you want to get married?
I was going to say, get the kitchen.
Yeah, Graham,
Cindy's a troublemaker, man.
Exactly. Everybody's welcome to come in here.
She doesn't let me on. She doesn't let me on her open mic.
Well, Jim, can you do Graham? Because you don't shut up.
Open mic, man. For fuck's sake, you never shut up, man. Everyone will be there till the end of time, man. You know what I mean?
Jimbo, he's 65 on Friday, so he's retiring. Aren't you, Jim?
God, I wish his mouth would retire at times.
Jim's giving the fishy up. He's 65, so he's going to give it up.
So the 55 watching, 56 watching, come and say hello. I promise you, you won't get timed out. You won't get blocked.
Yeah, I know. It's like, people have to start realizing, right? People can go wherever they want in a chat. You know what I mean? Don't get arsey with people for going in another chat. People can go where they want.
Exactly.
I can where I want. Until the person
block you for a night, can you do that? Can you just block somebody for that?
you just time them out for 24 hours. You just time them out for 24 hours, Craig.
I agree with that, man. If you're making stupid things, but you should give someone another chance, though. And if they keep doing it, obviously, then boom.
Well, the thing is, Craig, right? Sometimes commentators will come in, right, and you can go to the channel and you know right away it's being made that day or the day before. Now, if somebody's making an account like that, they're doing it for one reason only, that's to troll.
Yeah.
To troll people, right? Because their other account is their username on YouTube that everybody knows them by, so they'll make little snide accounts so they can come in and troll people. But some of the big Craig, see, because they will come in and all they've done is change the name on their account, not realising,
you can still
right,
see
when they move back to their own name, that channel's still going to be blocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of a slide will try to be slide, but then they'll come in and say, "I've been blocked." Well, you've been blocked for a reason, because you came in trolling off your own account.
I've only got two. And so it's the same fucking name.
This is what I'm watching with the check accounts.
Yeah.
This is just a backup channel.
Peggy, you only respond to what people say to you.
Yeah.
That's a lot different. I've got hobnob crumbs on my dangleberries. I look like the dog had a feet tried to lick itself clean. I proper got crop ripped in my leg.
Mick, I've got the ideal solution for you. Male Veet. Go get some male Veet.
I swear to God. Right, when I was reading that out, I couldn't breathe for laughing. And when you were reading it out, AJ, it finished me. Right, Craig. So you need Craig,
Where
right?
did that come from, man?
Right, Craig, you need to go on Amazon and type in male for man, Veet,
Yeah.
VEET, and read the
For feet,
reviews.
right?
I swear to God, Craig, they're the funniest fucking thing you've ever read. Good evening, Lise.
Yeah, I was dying. Hiya,
Well,
Liz. Yeah, I was dying. Honestly,
oh, I was crying.
tried to read it
Couldn't
out. I
breathe.
tried to read it out. I was crying. I was laughing. Do you know what I mean? But Craig, just type into Google, funny,
Oh, it's so
funny,
funny.
male Veet,
It's
funny
hilarious.
male Veet Amazon reviews. Right, I swear to God, you'll be on the floor. I was on the floor laughing.
Oh,
Everybody
good evening,
who I've
Robbie.
read it to. Do you know what I mean? There's just
I'm
hello,
gonna
Robbie
have
Lee.
to check it out now. I'm gonna have
Yeah,
You
to.
check
go and
it.
have a look at it, Craig,
Funny as
while
hell.
you're on here.
I will.
In fact,
I will.
Craig, I'll tell you what, read it
I'll
out
give you
for
an
us.
update, man. I'll give you an update on my findings.
Good
Aye.
evening, Hector. I hope you well, love. Good evening, Steve. Steve, sorry.
Hello, Hector.
Honestly, I was crying laughing at it. And then AJ done a live and she read it out. AJ, I think you should read it out now while everybody's here.
2 seconds. Let me sort myself out now. I'll get it up on my other phone. There you are. See, I've got another phone. Ooh, she's a troll. Ooh, she's got 2 phones. She's a troll. Right, 2 seconds.
Oh, God, I'm
Where's my
focused on
glasses?
this.
Can I show you a couple of people in the chat? Sean
Yes,
Wade,
go for it, Jim.
Dave, Liam Carter, my pal, man. Big up Liam Carter, right? You guys talked about was in this chat. Robert Lee, you've got a lot of folk in the chat. That's because I'm here. That's
Big up Andrew Guy, man.
Right, 2 seconds.
not because of you, Craig, man.
Of course it would be because it wouldn't be because of me and AJ.
Me and Craig have been we're the guys in the panel, man.
Yeah, okay, Jim.
I think I'm the only guy on here, lad.
Get them all sly one in there.
Tackles that guy, man.
Jim, what if I told you about that
like
name on here? Jim.
What?
Jim, I don't want that name on my channel. Right, hang on, because AJ is going to read something to you all, and you've got to listen to him. Right, so I'm going to mute you, Jim, and I'm going to mute you, Craig, in case you talk over that.
Use trust me.
Okay, go on then.
Are we all sitting comfortably, children?
Yes, turn your volume up, guys, in the chat.
I shall begin. After having been told my dangles looked like an elderly Rastafarian, I decided to take the plunge and buy some of this hair removal cream for men, that is. As previous shaving attempts had only been mildly successful, and I nearly put my back out trying to reach the more difficult bits. Being a bit of a romantic, I thought I would do the deed on the missus's birthday as a bit of a treat, and I ordered it well in advance. And working in the North Sea, I considered myself a bit above some of the characters writing in the previous reviews and wrote them off as soft arse types. Oh, my fellow sufferers, how wrong was I? I waited until the other half was tucked up in bed, and after giving some vague hints about a special surprise, I went down to the bathroom. Initially, all went well, and I applied the gel and stood about waiting for something to happen. I didn't have long to wait. At first, there was a nice, gentle warmth, which in the matter of seconds was replaced by an intense burning and a feeling I can only describe as like being given a barbed wire wedgie by 2 people intent on hitting the ceiling with my head. Religion hasn't featured much in my life until that night. I suddenly became willing to convert to any fucking religion to stop the violent burning around the turd tunnel and what seemed like to be the destruction of my meat tooth edge. Struggling not to bite through my bottom lip, I tried to wash off the gel in the sink and only succeeded in blocking the plug hole with a mat of hair. Through the haze of tears, I struggled out of the bathroom, across the hall, into the kitchen. By this time, walking really wasn't possible, and I crawled the final yard to the fridge in hope of some form of cold relief. I yanked the freezer drawer out and found a tub of ice cream, tore the lid off and positioned it under me. Oh, the relief was fantastic, but it was only temporary as it melted fairly quickly and the fiery stabbing soon returned. Due to the shape of the ice cream tub, I hadn't managed to give the starfish any treatment, and I groped around in the drawer for something else. I was sure my vision was going to fail very soon. I grabbed a bag of what I now found out were frozen sprouts and tore them open, trying to be quiet as I did it. I took a handful of them and tried in vain to clench them between the cheeks of my arse. This was not doing the trick, as some of the gel found its way up the chutney channel, and it felt like the space shuttle was ramming its engines behind me. This was probably and hopefully the only time in my life I was going to wish there was a big gay snowman in the kitchen, which should give you some idea of the depths I was willing to sink to in order to ease the pain. The only solution my pain-crazed mind, the only solution my pain-crazed mind could come up with was to gently ease one of the sprouts where no veg had gone before. Unfortunately, alerted by the strange grunts and screams coming from the kitchen, the other half chose that moment to come in and investigate and was greeted by the sight of me, arse in the air, strawberry ice cream dripping from my bell end, pushing a sprout up my arse while muttering, "Ooh, oh, that feels really good." Understanding this was a shock for her, and she let out a scream as I hadn't heard her come in. It caused an involuntary spasm of shock in myself, which resulted in the sprout being ejected at quite some speed in her direction. I can understand that having a sprout farted against your leg at 11 p.m. at night in the kitchen probably wasn't the special surprise she was expecting, and having to explain to the kids the next day what the strange hollow shape in the ice cream was didn't improve my status. To sum it up, we removed hair, dignity, and self-respect.
I see that. Jesus, baby, down the face.
I was trying not to laugh.
I tried to read that the first time. Very unsuccessful, may I add, because I couldn't stop laughing. And then AJ did it the next day. I was dying. But you forgot you were muted.
I watched another thing about hair removal earlier. It's called Nair. Have you heard of Nair?
Oh, don't, Craig, don't go near it.
Don't go near.
I've sat there.
No, I was watching like
what the fuck is going on?
a podcast with you know Howie Mandel, who used to do America's Got Talent.
What was all that about?
It was a review left on Amazon.
Was that a date?
No, Jim. Jim, it was a review that was left on Amazon.
Thank you, grannies.
My conkle donks are airless. They look like right said Fred. They come back.
Who reads reviews on Amazon? Craig, who reads reviews on Amazon, much can? I've not got Amazon.
You got Amazon.
Oh,
no Amazon.
Oh, shut
Haven't you
up.
got Amazon?
Fuck Amazon.
Right, there's a review.
Right, hang on. Bye, come here. Put feet on my stubble head when I kicked at his house after night on the piece. I woke up with my head burning. I washed it off and had alopecia burn patches on my. Oh yeah, you said Nair is no better. It's so much worse than Beat.
Tackle doll off Amazon.
Jim, what have I told you about saying that name on here?
Well,
yes, Cindy, I do. Jim, I don't want that name on my channel.
Baby. Can we call the cunt sexy baby?
No, we can't call them anything, Jim, on here. Behave yourself. But once you're going to behave yourself, Jim. You understand? You're going to behave yourself for the change. I know it's a bit hard for you to do, Jim, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, but what I don't get, like, he was like in our chat, like, and I blocked him, and now he's all like this. Why?
Well, Craig, it's like that with me sometimes as well. I just ignore him. Just take it as it is. Honestly.
Sorry, I'm
where's the move that? I don't want that name in my chat. I don't need it on the panel. I don't need it in the chat.
Back on Jumleys, because I'm laughing at myself.
No,
I'm just thinking.
Jim, I think you have got a little bit of.
I got banned for 24 hours.
I don't know.
I know you though. I know. You're blocked in here anyhow, obviously. I can see you.
I don't know how to pigeonhole it yet, lad. I don't know how to pigeonhole what you've got for Anne. You know what I mean? I don't know how to pigeonhole it yet.
AJ, sorry, pal.
Shut up.
Honest to God, Jim, right? I swear to God, your balls are getting kicked to your back sometime today.
Sorry, everybody.
Just wait till Thursday. Just wait till Thursday when you can live.
I just can't pay a laugh what's good.
Do you know what I
That's
do?
fun.
I have to mute him because he talks that much about everybody. Nobody can understand a word anyone's saying. Jim, I say to you pictures all. Oh, right, people. I don't want the name in here, please. Or even a hint to that person in my
It's
chat.
hard enough for people to understand you when nobody's talking. So
Are
when
you
people
really-
are talking, what chance are they going to have, man?
Billy
I'm
was
just
on
telling you
hit
how it
list,
is,
man.
man.
My
Good
pal
love
Billy
beads
was
there.
on hit list one
You
day.
looks like a bearded oyster. 80s was a bush. 90s the London strip. Naughty ball. Tomorrow it could be cock got it. While it's fresh. Yes, Mick, we've missed you. Where have you been hiding? We know you're not in prison.
Billy's been right
It's
to
going to be a rectum, man. Is
He's
that the
been
reason?
waiting for the beat bird to finish.
I used to like the
Billy's been
back in
out
the
for the gangster
So you
grand.
can all have fun at my
Yeah,
expense.
And
I
the
don't care.
player, Kevin, we've all been hiding, man. We're going to get in, Billy, we're going to get in the witness protection scheme. Yeah, what a gangster goes.
Jim, could you imagine, right? Seriously, if anyone had to go on a witness protection scheme, could you imagine Jim in one? Right? This crazy Scotsman would be telling everybody who he's kid, who he really
I
is,
know.
and why he's there.
Boy, the people who had to watch him, watch over him, like, and spend time with him and that, man. Bloody hell, they'd end up shooting themselves.
Do you know who he would be like? Can you remember that Mel Gibson and Danny Roger McCallum film with Joe Pesci when he was going, the little guy when he's going, get it, get it, get it.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
AJ.
okay.
AJ, that's your
I
fantasy.
used to love them.
Fucking everybody that you mentioned there.
Good evening, Dapper.
Where
Hope
you
you're
would
well.
like to go to bed with. What's her name? Brad Pitt.
Oh.
We fancy Brad Pitt.
Oh, Brad
No,
Pitt.
I'm not. Brad
See,
Pitt's
I
got too
think
many
he's good
kids for me.
looking.
Tom
I think he's
Jones,
good
man.
looking,
Tom Jones,
but
man.
I would rather have Keanu Reeves. There's just something about him.
Mm-hmm. This is what I
You like
call
the
old lady.
Matrix, yeah?
He's working
You're
for
Old
about
lady
the
porn.
Matrix.
Right, old lady porn is Jason Statham,
Oh,
Bruce
yes.
Willis, Sylvester
Mm, yeah.
Stallone, a young Mickey Rourke,
Oh, very good. Before the operation.
Tom Hardy.
Oh, definitely Tom Hardy. Jesus.
And who's the other one? Oh, Jason Statham.
I'd end up with having an ad stack over
and a
Tom
young-
Hardy, I'm telling you.
a young
person.
See, Sylvester Stallone's never done it for me. It's on the lips, the face, no. But Tom Hardy, Jason Statham.
Did I say narrative destroyer, man? What's going on, man?
Yeah, I think that was on AJ's lips on the next lot, but she had to stop.
I had to hold myself back.
Hey, Craig, I'm so puzzled.
I thought Jim was going to be
Papa.
mentioned as well,
I
to
didn't
be
know
fair,
this
man.
Craig was.
Because Jim's just got
the
the
Mary's,
like,
man.
Yeah, and Jim was going to be on that list at some point.
Well, it's the Mary's
He could be Sean Connery, you know what I mean? Could be Sean
Now,
Connery.
do you know something? I never knew that he was a woman beater.
Sean Connery.
He was. Sean Connery was,
Yeah.
man. And he even admitted it on camera. I've seen it.
Yeah.
All right, Dapper Dog Pal.
And he was the best
my God,
James Bond
Jimbo.
ever.
Right, can I just reply to Jimbo here, right? Penelope Cruz. I think it was her. Right, was she in From Dusk Till Dawn? Penelope Cruz. Or was that Selma Hayek? That was Selma Hayek, wasn't it, right? So, little story, right? From Dusk Till Dawn come out, right? And Selma Hayek's in this bar and she's got a jar of tequila, right? And she puts her foot in George Clooney's mouth, right? And pours the tequila down her leg so it goes in his mouth, right? Right. One night being stoned, right? In my younger days, I thought, oh, that'd be a bit nice. So got a bottle of vodka, right? Thought, oh, getting all smexy with it, right? Put my foot in the guy's mouth, poured the vodka on my leg. Fuck me. I just shaved my fucking legs, right? My legs were fucking stinging, right? I booted him in the face, and he knocked his fucking teeth out, right? I was fucking jumping around the room going, fucking He's going, me vodka.
Fun fact about what you just said. Shall I tell you why that scene was in that film
I'm
where he
not
does
the
that
most
to George
sensible guy
Clooney?
on here.
Because
I'm
Quentin
not the most
Tarantino
sensible
had got a
guy on
foot
here,
fetish.
man. Just
You
man,
know
Aye,
the
yeah.
scene?
this sensible guy
Right.
on.
Have you seen Kill Bill when he's
I
is
have,
going
yeah.
wiggle your left toe and that and all?
We've got
He's got
three
a foot
folk on the
fetish, man.
menopause, man. We've got 3 folk on the menopause. Right. This is so biggest.
Jim, what are you talking about?
Why are you dribbling on about Lou?
Peggy says, James Smith is the most sensible guy on here.
Right, let me have a
The
look.
other
Let me have a
three
look
have
where
got
Peggy
the
said that.
menopause.
Let me have a look again, Jim. I think you're delusional.
I
Right, where's
can
Peggy's
guarantee Peggy
comments?
never said that.
Stop it up, you will.
Has he ever been
Extra
on
wonders
here
why he gets
without being
blocked in
blind
chat.
and drunk?
No, Jim, your imagination is running wild. Peggy hasn't said that. So what?
Has he been on
Say that again, Jim. What
has
did
it?
Peggy say?
They're all picking on me, man. All the English. They're all picking on me, man.
Oh,
I've got
Jim, you don't ask.
English, I've got AG, we've got Jalisa, we've got Craig. Badger.
Oh,
She
wait,
will.
put that up.
But
I
they're
love
picking
this
on
fucking
me, Peggy,
people.
man. They're picking on me.
What's your
Peggy
favorite?
said, did say that, Jim.
Peggy, they listen to them.
What's your favorite Tarantino movie,
Apart from
Craig?
Humble Dryer, man.
Tarantino film, the one where they're done with the fucking kind of cunt that fucking what was it? Brad Pitt played the fucking
Oh, the Hollywood one.
the Hollywood
Producer.
Oh, mine's Kill Bill.
That was it with the fucking what's his name? That wee
Oh, how
fucking
did he
idiot
start
cunt.
with? Aye, I
David
know which one you mean,
Carradine is
Jim.
Bill.
That was brilliant. They got the wrong hoose and all that shit, man. And
Jim,
he
look at
had
this.
this fucking word. Oh, that was quality.
Jim, your sister's on.
I got
Jane Smith, Jim's sister, Jim Grr, BA for Jalisia Bam. So you've got your sister's in the chat, Jim.
Definitely,
Oh,
I
just well done. I like that as well, Liz.
Yeah,
I
I
did.
like the
I like
Hateful
that.
Eight. I thought the Hateful Eight was good as well.
She's got ginger hair, so have you got ginger hair, Jim?
Nah, I'm not ginger, man. I've got fucking a wee bit of grey. I've got a wee bit. I'm getting
Dusk
old.
Till Dawn, that's the film.
I'm getting
Liz.
old. I'm getting old. I've got a wee brown hair. Right, mate.
No, it's more blonde than brown, Jim.
I've got a grey beard. I've got a grey beard. Because I'm getting old.
I like Pulp Fiction.
Yes, Jimbo.
55
I like Reservoir Dogs.
Man. Craig,
Oh,
you
mate.
come in my
Actually, I
birthday
don't think there's one I don't like.
You come in my
I like
birthday
Django.
party.
Did you just say Django Unchained?
I like that, yeah. I like
I
Django.
like that, man. I like that.
Yeah, I don't think there's a film that he's done that I haven't liked, actually. I don't like him so much, but I like his films.
Actually, I've got my, you know what my favourite is? And it's my favourite. What's it? Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm not a fan of that one. No, I'm not a fan of that.
Great
I
film, man.
Well, how can you not be a fan of like people killing Hitler and everything, man? You know what I mean?
Saving Private Ryan, sir.
That was a good one, Jackie Brown as well.
No,
You don't
I'm
even get
talking
that many
about
good
Quentin
films, do you?
Tarantino films.
No,
I'm
you
talking
don't.
about Quentin Tarantino films.
See what you that film and fucking whatever you call it, Bastards,
Yeah,
man.
Inglourious
That's
Bastards.
Glorious.
when it be like if they killed Hitler. That's right. The Jews went in there and all that, and that was all Jews, man. And they were going to kill Hitler.
The Bear Jew, man.
Fucking great
Dapper,
film.
that's one of my
But
favourite
see
The
the
Bear
film we
Jew
done
comes
with the
out.
fucking Brad Pitt, man. Where the fucking Sharon Tate.
Lieutenant Rain, man. And that guy, that is the
was
same guy. What's his
mental,
name, man?
Was fucking that.
Christoph Waltz, man. Christoph Waltz, man. He's a brilliant actor.
Was
He
that
was
no
in
good
Django
film,
Unchained
Chris?
as well.
Craig, was that no good film? That was a fucking. See, when they hit the cunt with the tinny fucking ring, we were wrong. I thought about Bobby, man. I'm like, that cunt just hit that ride with it.
I say one film you will
It's
never.
always comes back with something with him, though. It like it always you're talking about films and he throws a YouTube character in there now and again. You know
Right,
what I mean?
so name one movie you will never forget seeing, and mine is Roots.
Debbie Does Dallas, man, was my favourite film.
AJ, what about you? One movie you'll never forget. The first one you really watched that you only forget mine was
Right.
Roots.
Well,
and
the one
Nightmare on
movie
Elm Street.
I'll never forget. It's nothing like thingy, but it was a film. I think I was about 12.
Mm.
It was called The Burning, right? And it was
Yeah.
about these
Doesn't
American
know.
kids that went to a campsite, and this guy like was going around for them. There was one bit in this film where the canoes had been like let loose and they were like floating in the lake. And the kids went, oh yeah, we'll go and get them, like all the good old American kids. Yeah, we'll go and get them.
Could just
And they
say
went out to
name
get
one,
them. Oh
man.
my god! And
Craig,
this guy
you
just
got
jumped up with these
Netflix.
fucking
You got
chairs.
Netflix, man.
Oh my
You
god!
got
I'll never
Netflix.
forget that film.
Craig,
Never
you
forget
got
it.
Netflix. You got Netflix. Watch Z Nation. It's fucking brilliant.
Nah, you
It's
should
the
name a
zombie
few, man.
bullshit.
Because like they know the old Pennywise film, the old It film. That's
Oh,
stuck
Oh,
with
yeah.
me
Oh,
as
Stephen King.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
like
like
the
I
stand.
watched it on the BBC.
Billy,
It
you
was
were
on the
on the hit
BBC,
list, man.
right? It was
Oh,
on the
Billy.
BBC too, I think. Like, and it come on in 2 parts, like, and you
Aye.
had to watch it, like, and I
Or
swear
maybe-
that stuck with me. Same as Freddy Krueger, like, you know what I mean?
Oh, I love
Them
Nightmare
kind
on
of
Elm
films
Street one.
stuck with
Right,
me.
so we'll go to the chat. Hang on.
I'd be waking up next
Hang on, Jim.
Paul
Hang on,
Adams
wait, I'll go to
got
the
me
chat
like
a minute. Jim, hang on.
Human
Jim, 1
centipede,
minute.
man.
Jim,
I've got the
Jim.
1 and 2 special edition.
Craig, hang on. Just let us go to the chat a minute. So other people says, Hector says, Debbie does Dallas. Lee's still Magnolias, mine and my mum's still in. Freddie Krug for Dapper Dog. On that scope bus, I shot myself. Hector again, human centipede.
Private
Once
Pile.
given, the clean chase was getting realistic. Dave put the Poltergeist. I love that film.
Yeah.
Well, First Blood is Jimbo's. I don't watch scary if wow, Piggy. I love supernatural stuff. Platoon for Stephen. Oh, I
Full
watched that.
Metal Jacket.
Sticky Ricky, Benidorm edition, spitting the ping pong. Animal Farm for Hector as well. You've got a bit of everything on there, haven't you, Hector?
Oh, I love Tombstone. I love that
yeah.
film.
Have you watched? You know the Magnificent Seven? Can you remember them films? Well, have you watched the new version? That's quite good as well.
No,
I do
I've
love.
never seen it.
I do love a good Western movie. I do.
I
Aye.
love that scene
I like
in
a horror.
Full Metal Jacket.
Aye,
Have you seen that
Private
Full
Pile.
Metal Jacket? And that scene
Evil
when
Dead 1 to
when he's like shouting at all the fucking recruits.
Yeah.
That cracks me up. That does.
I liked Apocalypse Now. That was a good movie as well.
Marlon Brando.
I like Marlon Brando.
They're making a movie about him now, aren't they? Marlon Brando.
It's a shame,
Aye.
man. His like last really good. His last film was that Island of Dr. Moreau or something.
Aye,
It
yeah.
was like
Snake Plissken.
Yeah. Oh, what? Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
Oh, I like him.
I've just been watching it there, like, so well, fuck it.
I do like Kurt Russell.
I'm a shit one. I Kurt
And
Russell.
that.
isn't
secret
the thing,
film.
man. And, Escape. If he's played
Oh,
Snake,
definitely Sean.
Best fucking.
So I tell you what else I liked as well, and I didn't think I would like it.
Shawshank Redemption,
And I really,
man.
and I
That's
really,
a good
really
shout,
enjoyed
Sean
it.
Wayne, man. That's one of my favourite films of all time, man.
I like In the Name of the Father.
One Flew Over the fucking.
Oh, Dapper, I remember
One
watching that.
Cuckoo's Nest as well, yeah,
As-
that's
One Flew
brilliant,
Over
man.
the
Makes
fucking
me sad though. It's like when
opinionated.
Sean, definitely. That's my right. People Under the Stairs. Has anyone else watched it? I've watched that, Dapper. It is
I watched
pretty
that,
as
Jilly
fuck.
Sparrow.
Yeah.
That's a fucking guilty
Did
as
you watch
fuck.
that, Jim? People Under the
Guilty
Stairs.
as fuck, man.
Nah, in the 70s, I watched People in Big Flares. That's about it. The Green Mile, man. The Green Mile. That's another
Oh, I
crime
watched
film.
that last week. Not last week, the week before. It was. That's a
How
brilliant
can you not
movie.
cry,
Jolly,
man?
I
Oi.
watched that.
Yeah, heck, that was one of my favourites. I
That's
didn't
a
think I'd
good way
enjoy it,
how
but I
to
did.
check a psychopath, man. Check a
Yeah.
psychopath,
Oh,
man. And
I
if
watched
he's
the
like
movie.
showing that, like, and if he shows no emotion, man, he's a
In the Name of the
psychopath.
Father. That is one film that breaks my heart. When I watch that, you know,
I didn't
it
think I'd
breaks my
enjoy it.
heart watching that.
I did. I really enjoyed it. I didn't think I would.
Well,
And I thought, oh, I'll watch it, and I was crying. You know
yeah,
when you
In the Name of the Father.
Beetlejuice 2's coming out in a month, innit, man?
The what?
I can't wait to see that.
Craig, we're talking about In the Name of the Father. Have you ever watched it?
I've heard of
I
it,
watched
but
all the
I've never
Irish
Oh,
watched it.
it's fantastic.
Yeah,
And it's
go
a
and
true
watch it.
movie as well, but it's brilliant.
Irishman. I watched the British, the Irish, the IRA,
Aye,
the
no,
UK, every
No,
it's Irish.
channel.
It's got
It's
Daniel
Irish
Day-Lewis
movie.
in it.
Single
Yeah.
one.
It's they become prisoners for a crime that they didn't commit. It was for a bombing.
We feel sorry
And it
for
was
them.
honestly,
Oh, that was
One
class,
of them,
really.
like,
it's heartbreaking. It is. It's like you see exactly what went on for them and the way they were treated, and it was just one of the films that you can't forget you've ever watched it once you've watched it.
Stephen.
So anybody that want to watch a good movie in the name of the Father,
Right, definitely.
I might even look for that tonight and watch
what's
it
it
myself.
about?
If anybody wants to watch a good movie, Debbie does Talisman. Debbie does Talisman.
Craig, what it was a lad who came off from Ireland over to England with his mate, right? Got himself in a bit of trouble in Ireland, so he came over to England for it to cool down. And they met these people, and they were all basically just stopping in this big house. They were just, nobody's home, and they were in like a park, and they got accused of this bombing that happened, and it wasn't them that done it, and they got years, and they were basically old by the time they got out. His dad even died in prison.
Yeah, based on
One
true
of the
story.
best movies you'll ever see. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
That's YouTube, that man.
Jim, if you say that name once more, I'm going to kick you off the panel. Stop saying that name. I don't think on you, Jim. I'm sick of telling you. Oh, that's Stephen. I can't watch that.
They say you like your true feelings come out when you're drunk, like. And whenever he's drunk, he keeps mentioning Andrew Guy, man. I mean, I don't understand.
I don't want you mentioning that name either.
No, but that's a name, man.
Yeah, but I don't want it on you, Craig. I'd rather not have that name on my channel at all.
Which one would you rather have? What he's saying or mine, man?
Both of you. I don't want either of you saying it.
What is not even here, man?
Jim, stop saying that name on my channel, please. Irish actor.
I ain't saying
Director John Canner's underrated. Check him out. Oh, well, Jimbo. I'll screenshot that, Jimbo.
I tell you what, television series I liked. I like that Love Hate and Kin. They were two really good TV shows. Really good. I really enjoyed them.
I'm going to throw something out there because you ladies might know this. You ladies might know this, man. Did you ever watch that series with Pauline Quirk in it? It was called The Sculptress.
No.
I've seen it advertised, but I've never seen it.
No.
I don't really like her, so I didn't watch it.
She played like got blamed for chopping up a family and that, man. Oh, that sticks with me. That's something that sticks with me from my youth.
I remember watching this movie. I remember that. I can remember watching a film when I was a kid, right? And I've only been about 6. To this day, I still don't know. And even my sister, I've asked her about it over the years, and I can remember watching it, but I can't remember the name of it, right? And there was this the only time we would watch like scary films was if my dad was on nights, and my mum wanted to watch it, but she wouldn't watch it on her own, so she would keep us up to watch it, right? Yeah. So we're watching, and this guy was going on a date with this woman, and I've never seen the actor before, so I couldn't even tell what he's called. And he was in this room, and she walked out, and she had like a pair of knickers on and a top on. And this is the part I remember mostly about it, right? And she looked at him, and honestly, you could tell by the look on her face she was terrified. Now, she'd told the friend that she was going on this date with this guy, and he was coming to pick her up at such and such a time. The thing is, she hadn't let him in. She hadn't let him in. So he got in her house on his own, and she'd arranged this date with him. And and my mum went right away, knock it off, knock it off, knock it off. And I was so young, I didn't really understand, but I knew that this woman was terrified. And I couldn't sleep, right, for weeks. And my sister, I was like a zombie. My sister said, she hasn't been able to sleep since we started watching that movie. And I said, she's terrified. So later on, my sister was talking about it because obviously we were sent to bed, but she stopped up with my mum because she was the oldest girl and she'd watched it. So when we were talking about it years later, I said, can you remember that movie? She went, oh, that was horrifying. She said, I'm so glad she sent you to bed because she said, you couldn't sleep because of that look on her face. and I cannot remember the name of the movie, but it was a British movie.
Fucking hell, I tell you what used to fucking terrify me, that Tales of the Unexpected. That used to freak me out, that.
Good stuff.
Oh, honest to God, that freaked me out. But see, because those three girls were in one room, and my brother was in their little room. My middle sister and me had to sleep together. I have never been so pleased in my entire life having to sleep beside her. I'm telling you, it's the only time,
Yeah,
right,
man, I've just
I was
come
ever happy
round.
to sleep beside her. The rest of the time, I had a fat ass in my back. Oh, I used to watch them, Dave. I'm at House of Horrors. Can you remember them?
Yeah.
Dave,
Dave.
man,
I
define
remember the
make.
one.
Define make, man.
Oh,
They
sense
used
of
to
freedom,
slap you
stealing
down and
class.
stuff like.
Yeah.
I love.
Because you were going somewhere else.
Can I get a word on?
We're still very much alive, Hector.
Me and my
Yes,
pal
Jim.
Craig here can I get a word on?
That
Well,
makes
Jim, all you
different
keep saying is stupid things when I keep telling you to say them.
letting her speak, man. I was letting her speak.
Go on, Jim. What do you want to say?
Jaleese, look at Dapper's comment. Was it called Straw Dogs?
Just enough in it. No. It was
like
British. It
you
was just
and
British people in it, Dapper. Well, I love X-Files and I like Twilight Zone as well. Go on, Jim. What did you want to say?
Yeah, Twilight Zone. Man, that's brilliant.
Yeah, Jim. We're all quiet. We're waiting for you to
Guy,
speak.
like, he sells his memories. That not X-Files.
Hang on, Craig. Let Jim
he sells
speak.
his memories, man.
Jim, go on. We're all quiet. You can speak. Go on.
I'm just saying.
One
AJ says, Craig can I get a word on? Oh, man.
Jim, I
Craig,
swear to
on
God.
you go, Paul, man. On you go, Paul.
No, Jim. You said you couldn't get a word in, so we're all going to let you talk.
No, I'm not brave enough to get a word on.
Jim, it doesn't stop you at any other time.
You know why he ain't brave enough to get a word in? Because he knows he's going to mention a certain fucking, you know what I mean? That's why he ain't brave enough.
I swear to God, he can't help himself, right? He can't. Right, where he just can't help himself.
He's going to end up saying it, man. That's why he's thinking. Go on, Jim. Tell us what you want to say.
He's thinking before he speaks, Craig. That is very rare for Jim. But when he's on it, he's generally good for me. Aren't you, Jim?
Yeah, but whenever he sees me, he just thinks.
Billy's been in a gangster on this channel. Big up, Billy. Go away, my fault. There's
some things I just can't stop. I would love to zip tie his mouth sometimes, but I just can't.
Billy used to try the gangster granny bus, man. Big up, Billy.
Jim Boswell, yeah, that's about right. I used to love that show as well, Bread.
You Billy a bit of credit, man. You Billy a bit of credit.
Oh, I remember him.
Too,
the guy that could squeeze through gaps. Oh.
Craig,
you have to eat the livers.
We've got enough. Milsey, have you been drinking?
And he used to make like a layer. He used to make his own layer out of fucking boil a newspaper. That Tubes who could squeeze through.
Yeah, that's his. Tubes. That's the name. Yeah, creepy fucker that guy was, wasn't he? And that's him off Green Mile.
One that stuck in my mind as a kid.
That's him off Green Mile, Craig. That's who plays in the cars on Green Mile.
Oh, hell, man. Right, listen, folks. I'm gonna jump.
Love cinemas. Oh no,
I'm gonna jump off because I'm up early in the morning. So
yeah, good night, good person. Thank you,
I'm gonna give it till 12, man. Oh, give it till 12, man. We'll all jump off together.
Craig, what a great crack with you the night, Jim. Well, what can I say?
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure.
You're in trouble, man. You're in trouble, man.
I'm a troublemaker, I know. Chat, thank you so much. Ghosties, thank you so much. Good night, God.
Good night, bless AJ. I'll speak to you later.
Man. Lovers and haters, I don't care. Take it
right,
easy,
people.
folks.
So we're going to call it a night. Jim, get to bed. Craig, you do the same. I just want to thank you, every one of my mods, because you've all been fantastic. And I want to thank every single one of you that have came in, or if you've just watched. Just want to say thank you very much for everybody taking part. Jim, are you going to say good night to everyone for all? Jim?
Good night, everybody.
That's right. Good night. God bless everyone. Bye.